Recorded live from the G.O.T. Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina, this is the All About Nothing podcast. The views expressed on this program are the opinions of the hosts. Listeners are encouraged to follow the show on Twitter at AAN_pod or at theallaboutnothing.com. You can email the show at theallaboutnothing.com. You may also call and leave the show a message at 803-672-0533. Thank you for listening.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the All About Nothing. What is this? 76?
76, man.
I don't know how I didn't know that.
It's because we were still drinking from the last episode.
That's not what we're drinking.
Yeah, what did we? How did I get home? No, I'm just kidding.
I assume you guys celebrated the Logan Paul tie.
That was a legalized robbery.
Because Logan Paul got fucking rocked.
Yeah.
And somebody got fucking paid.
They both got paid.
Yeah.
No. Somebody didn't get paid the same.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
You know that.
wasn't he was what's his name was he was getting $100 million for that, right?
Guaranteed, but pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Well,
Floyd
fair.
Funny Money Mayweather.
Hey, but they had refunds though, so I don't know how
I
that's
did see
gonna-
that.
What we was watching the fight here at the studio,
Yeah.
and everything just shut off. Like nothing, we couldn't. We tried to connect back in. It wouldn't.
Interesting.
So somebody had to. I don't know if I should be saying this. Somebody had to go to the fake site that was streaming it.
Okay.
And it was perfect on there.
Oh.
So I think the hackers.
You paid for the legitimate pay-per-view,
Yep.
and it went off.
It
and
went
then,
off. Then somebody went to to the streaming thing, and it was playing perfect.
That's Trent Clark, Columbia, South Carolina.
Was it me? It wasn't me.
It's not my IP address, so.
Didn't catch me on the calendar.
Barrett Gruber, Zach King, Trent Clark. We have a guest this week, licensed massage therapist, Reiki master teacher, energy healer, and intuitive coach. And also, if that isn't quite enough, host of the podcast, Who You Callin' Holistic, Sheanah Rivers. Welcome.
Welcome, Sheanah.
Hi. Hi.
Sheanah has a connection to the show through Zach and his
Yes.
wife, Gabrielle.
Yep.
So welcome. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
We definitely are going to get into a whole lot that I am not very intelligent about. So
Me neither.
I think we're all pretty ignorant. You have definitely shown me some of the stuff that you know, especially you've given me massages and stuff, and then worked on the chakras and the Reiki and all that, and you get up and you feel light and you're ready to rock and roll, and I love that. So, and you had asked a couple times, and I had thought we had talked about it originally when you said you were starting out with Who You Callin' Holistic. You're like, y'all have one, we should get on there.
which, by the way, I listened to the last episode you did about superpowers, and
I thought that was great.
yeah, we discussed it. I mentioned in the parking lot that we have a mutual friend who actually, I'll mention, Ami is the only Patreon that we have. Or
It's okay. She running strong.
She is.
She gonna start a revolution soon.
She and I, when we hang out, will mention sometimes that she thinks people have superpowers and like the ability to see through metal and the ability to hear people's thoughts and things like that. And I always I smack that down because but ultimately
It's real.
You definitely believe in this.
It's real, yeah. You can even think of the moments that you think of somebody and they text you.
Right.
And you're like, I was just thinking about you. Like, that's not coincidental.
And you know what's funny is I do that a lot when it comes to if I'm listening to the radio. I will think of a song that I want to hear, and ultimately that's what gets played. Like that comes up next. Now, sometimes I will attribute that to the fact that I worked in radio, so I recognize how A, B, C, D music gets lined up, and I will say, well, I just know that's an A song, so it's got to
You're just
come up.
downplaying your superpowers.
Random, I'll throw it out there. Even better one. I was driving from North Carolina to South Carolina. It's so random, but I was singing
Is
to
it?
myself.
A lot of people do that.
Is it random? Is it random
You have
right
to
now?
do that. You want to go anywhere?
No, I'm talking about this is random. What I'm about
There's
to say.
only one other state you could have been driving.
The song I was singing, it was people talking about people, and then I turn on the radio and it's picking up from the part I was just singing.
Oh wow!
And I hadn't had it on for like hours, and I was like, no shit. Like the radio beam was right in my head. It was right there.
That's interesting. And I know
Who plays the Judds at this time of day?
I do.
I can guarantee y'all, if y'all change that radio station in your cars, that song will not pull up, okay? That y'all thinking about. Go to 103.9. You're not hearing neither one of those songs.
I bet you it will too.
You don't think that there's a hip hop version of the
No.
Judds?
You're saying the 103.9 doesn't play the Judds?
I've never heard it.
Same.
Let's give them something.
We're in
to
South
talk
Carolina
about.
where there's only 2 black radio stations.
Yeah,
Is that
that's true.
That can't be true.
I mean, other than Charleston.
Sheanah.com. That's SHEANAH.com. You can contact Sheanah at gotoheal@Sheanah.com, and you can read up on all her blogs and the services that she provides, as well as they can actually get. They can sign up and they can book an appointment with you.
Yes.
I went through and looked at all of that, and I was ultimately at the end of it, I was almost drawn to pull my credit card out and go ahead and get one, but I was
Well,
like,
it's not too late.
that's
Yeah,
right.
you
It's not
absolutely
too
should.
late.
Barry,
You
can't
might
just
just
start
do
it
that
off and
after.
Say, you got to be like, yo, I already bought it, so you know what I mean? And then to go back and buy it.
Yeah,
Man, come on.
I know.
I'm almost in like the 5 Timers Club by now, right?
Yeah.
So,
Do you get a gold jacket?
like SNL, do I get a jacket? Like, just be like, shh, Zach, there's a
Who's going to make the jacket, though?
I don't know. I thought you
Okay.
could buy one. I thought I'd feel
I
special.
will be more than happy to find a long sleeve
Some type
jacket
of
for you.
jacket. Goodwill is selling.
Yes.
With
Yes.
buckles.
Yeah.
Thrifting is in.
Any jacket you want.
There's
Yeah.
a padded room somewhere.
But the Goodwill, it's like playing the lottery too. You might get $500 in your pocket.
Right.
Right.
Or you might get a gun in one.
Well, you're back. Yeah, in some states, if you're vaccinated, you might get $1 million.
Yeah.
Not here.
Is that a
No.
needle? Ow. That'd be my luck.
How many times can I get
Oh my
vaccinated?
God.
Yeah, I told Sheanah in the parking lot. I believe that I am an empath, and she said Pisces. Apparently, that is a big one for.
So what is, what did you say? What
Is that like
An
on the line
empath.
of empathetic?
Yeah, I feel other people's emotions without them having to express them.
I do that too. I'm definitely empathetic.
And I will, and ultimately, so I will. If you're listening to this podcast, you probably don't know that Zach and I work together in the same office, and this week will be my last working in that office.
And I cry all the time, and it's Barrett's fault.
You are not the only one, and I feel other people's emotions about that, and it's breaking me.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
it's really difficult.
It does. It blows.
Zach's not you shouldn't be too bad because Zach wasn't in. You've been out the office, man. Let's say how long he's been out the office.
I see him like 3 days. I see him like 3 days.
I could still instantly jabber Barrett,
Yeah,
and he's there.
yeah. Now he's gonna have to pick up his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't call you and be like, so and so messed this up. Can you please tell me what's going on?
There's a good possibility if you go down through the rabbit hole of what's going on, I could probably tell you what's going on.
You need to go check with so and so
Yeah.
and see if something. Yeah. No, that would definitely no, but it does blow because when you tell
Work
we were
buddy.
talking on Thursday and you were like, no, I'm definitely moving on. I was
Yeah.
like, oh
Yeah, that was a wait.
yeah. I was like, no, that's not.
And
You gotta
legitimately, even people that I've told over text, I have felt that through them.
See, you don't have to be in person. It's an energy thing.
For sure.
Like, so you don't have to be in the same office to feel that. It's energy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's like, you worked there the same amount of time I have, really, when it comes down to it.
I've been there right about 5 years.
So my 5 years
Just
is
over
next
5 years,
month.
yeah.
So yeah, it's been. So I've known you ever since I've been there.
Yeah.
And I've seen turnover, and you're not the turnover I wanted to see. Most people,
He's
I'm
like,
just
yo,
like,
I've seen a lot of people leave.
yeah. I mean, most people, I'm just like, meh, bye. Yeah, like,
And ultimately, I'll be completely honest. I still want to see the company be successful. So in my coming absence, I'm doing everything I possibly can to prepare whoever it is that comes next, or however they fill that hole. I want to make sure that they are as successful as possible.
It sounds like y'all hiring, man. You want me to step in, man?
I've been done told you that, so we'll talk after the podcast.
All right, man.
So
Tired of this warehouse stuff.
as a Pisces, is there anything that just based on that you can tell me about me and shock me? And if we get too personal,
No.
I'll
I'll just say,
Barrett will throw something at me and say, hit three.
I was like, I try to kick you, but I guess I can't kick you.
Just pull the wires.
A friend of mine is a Pisces, actually, and she said to me last year, oh, Pisces love a drug. And I was like, oh. And then I thought of all my Pisces friends, and I was like, oh, yeah, those water signs. Because if anything, you're trying to escape not escape reality, but because you feel other people's things,
Sure.
you want to detach from that.
Numb it.
So yeah,
I can see that.
so that's Pisces love a drug
I can see that.
to numb that.
Yeah,
I think your drug might be adventure too. You love to like do things.
I do from time to time like to put myself in danger.
No, Sheanah, just to preface that, he has GoPro videos of him in the middle of a lake or a rapid river on a
In water,
Yeah.
in his environment.
Yeah.
As a fish.
His-
turning upside down.
What is on? Oh man!
I'm so glad you remembered to hit
See
the
what I
bottle.
mean, man? See what I told you, man. Oh damn!
But he's
man.
like upside down, and
That's
Trent's over there
environment.
just like dead. He and I are Tauruses.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And you know what?
you need to be on land.
Gotta be
You
on
know
that.
what the most interesting thing about that is that I am actually more comfortable under the water, in the water, even if I'm going through rapids.
'Cause you a
Even if I
fish.
know,
What's that Disney movie that just came out? They got everybody changing their face.
oh,
week?
it's Luca. Oh, is that what that is?
Basically the
Changing
Pixar
it.
movie.
You're talking about The Mandalorian? Yes, this is the way.
No, everybody been looking like Pixars.
I've seen that. I've not done it, but I've seen.
Zach got.
Yeah, he did.
About
Yeah.
what?
You're a
face-
Pixar character.
Yeah, you're a Pixar character.
You didn't even see it.
That shit, yeah. I thought you were talking about an actual Disney movie that came out. I'm like,
It
what
was
is this?
the one.
It's Luca. Is
Yeah,
it
it's
Luca's the one that's coming out
that's
this
a
week?
fish. It's about Barrett. I guarantee you got.
That's a plug for Disney.
You gotta. Oh man, you gotta.
They don't need plugs. Like, we plug you.
That's right.
Facts. We ain't gonna talk about that.
We have an ESPN, motherfucker. Like, all right, Disney, Mickey, come over. All right.
Yeah.
Is this a plug joke? Is that what just happened there?
Yeah.
It's a Mickey Mouse
Shameless
joke.
plug.
So from all of my time working in radio, anytime somebody would ever call the radio station, or if I had somebody on the air, if they mentioned their business, they would get a plug bell. We utilize it for anything that Trent gets excited about.
That's exciting.
Or we
Okay.
keep relentlessly plugging a certain item.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Clearly
over and over.
again. So hopefully the dinging like.
Oh, I've glued
it
that
out.
thing together.
Sheanah.com.
It's-
Sheanah.com.
Got it.
Yeah. So as a Pisces, I do like water. I do feel other people's emotions, and it is a bear. And honestly, yeah, there are definitely times where I look to drugs, not hard drugs, but I look.
Oh my god! Oh, did it come out? What did I do?
I don't know. You got really loud.
It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. Oh, hello.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
It got really loud.
That shit was loud. Good God.
But yeah,
Sorry,
But
guys.
then what were you named?
You're good.
what was I named? Barrett Ian Gruber.
Right, but is your name not like addressing what you just said?
I don't know.
Like it's hard to bear other people's
Oh,
emotions, and you were
you're
named
right.
Barrett. Like, is that not?
Oh my gosh. My
You're taking
mother.
it too deep. Sheanah's over here just like blowing people's minds.
My mother right now is freaking out. I guarantee it. She is listening and
Holy
freaking out.
shit.
Mom.
This is crazy.
Like you can handle it.
Oh, yeah.
Your name is Barrett.
No, and I there have been times in my past where I have not handled it. That I did ultimately decide this is it. I'm done. I came back from it.
Well, because your name is Barrett. Like you were made for that.
So, wow. All right, Trent's turn.
Me and Zach are the same sign.
Well, let me throw this at her
we're
real
both
quick.
Tauruses.
We are Tauruses, so you can kind
She
of.
can do it at the same time.
But you drive a
I mean,
Honda.
But what my question is like, y'all mentioned it last time. I'm almost not a Taurus. Does that matter when you're almost not?
Oh, the cusp thing? No, that does matter.
May 17th.
That does matter. Yeah. Well, no, it's usually like 5 days within.
See,
I think you're very Taurus.
but I'm not a bull. Like I don't feel like I'm not pushy and stuff.
No, but you're grounded.
so pitiful. He's like,
You're grounded. You're very loyal.
Yes.
And you're very level-headed. Like you don't really stray much from this.
Sure. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You feel that way?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So maybe that's where it's at.
I check my horoscope once a month. When my week's going bad, I'm like, yo, I got okay.
No, you got to get your birth time. That's where it's at. You got to get your birth time. And like,
11:45, May 17th.
listen, there's an app, CoStar, and like you can have your whole life read, and you're like, how do you know this about me?
Interesting.
Can you diverge from what it reads? Be like, die when you're.
No, you're gonna know. Like it's gonna read you for filth.
See, this is okay, and this is not to sound like I'm doubting, but like I will read other Ultimately, so I don't pay a whole lot of attention sometimes if I go in and I look at the astrology, and I just start reading one. I'm like, oh man, that does describe me, and I'm like, Sagittarius.
I just always wanted to be a Sag.
But you may have a Sagittarius placement. So
Okay.
it's never just your sign. There's different planets and different placements in your chart that also embody your personality.
Gotcha. Okay.
I can tell you one thing about me that makes me like I don't like change whatsoever. I can't stand it, whether it's big or little. Like I lost my dad. That shit still bothers me today like it was yesterday, and maybe that's just completely a normal feeling.
It's a stubborn thing too, though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very well. Yeah. And that's like one of those. And like you're saying, I feel very empathetic, and like I worry about other people when there's literally zero you could do about it.
Yeah.
And you were speaking in that other one, like you want to find that kid crying. That's like, these aren't your emotions. I want to show you how to not cry over their emotions. Those aren't yours. I think that's that's so, that clicked, that resonated. Like, oh, you have to distance yourself from what other people are feeling because you're picking up what they're putting down, and they're not meaning to put it on you.
Right.
You're just getting it.
Like strangers come to me in the grocery store and just like tell me their lives. And I'm like, so like, I'm glad that I knew that about me to be like, okay, that's not mine. So the phrase that I would always say to use was, who does this belong to? And then return to sender with consciousness attached, because, and then if you can label what emotion it is, then even better, like grief, that's a big one. Especially if you're just in a moment and you're like, what am I feeling? I'm feeling something, and you can't really label it. Like that's not yours.
And then if you detach feeling in general, you feel like a robot.
Right.
Which is not the best way to deal with
Right.
it, but I find it helps. Like, for instance, there's songs that I'll play, and it'll like remind me of my dad or somebody. It'll be something, and I'll start having tears run down my face and a quiver in my throat. And I find the way to get rid of that is, well, don't have feeling when you do it. Don't.
Well, or maybe that's the medicine that you need right then.
Maybe it is. It's just one of those things. It's like, I wish I could play this song without crying like a kid. You know what I'm talking about?
I can understand that.
I could listen to a metal song and listen to what they're saying and be like, no. I'm just like, oh, God, yeah, I know.
Or a random Facebook video of like
dude,
nice things happening.
Dude.
Oh, soldiers coming home.
Soldiers coming home will kill me every time.
Every single time.
Let me ask her a question. Though.
Dogs that see the people for.
Oh yeah, first time. Dog. Do you believe everybody has their own like path? And whenever I say path, I mean like I feel like I see the people that I'm supposed to see, if that makes sense. Like I was talking to my girl last night, and we were driving, and we seen this random homeless guy. She's like, I always see him walking down the street. She's like, I want to, probably give him a shirt because he always has a ripped shirt on for some reason. She's like, I want to give him a shirt. She's like, but I always see him. And I was like, well, I never see him. And I've probably seen him because I'm with you.
Right.
Because I feel like everybody's supposed to run into certain people in life.
I can see that.
I just feel like that's how it is.
That definitely, that's true that you say that, because you can be like, this car is always going to pull out at 3:30 p.m. and you'll always know, and it's going to take it's just one of those things, and no one
Like
else
a
is
simulation.
Yes. Yes.
The black cat will run across the street every time.
Yeah. You're like, God damn it, this cat just trying to die every morning.
Come on out, Morpheus. Where are you at?
I was going to say it's a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Where are you at, brother?
Yeah.
I didn't take either pill. I'll take both. Let's just see.
So, Reiki is what I got off of the Wikipedia. Well, I don't know why I stressed that oddly.
Because you probably don't believe in Wikipedia either.
It's I will be honest, when I see grammar incorrect in Wikipedia, or I see spellings that are I get real disappointed. Like,
have you ever Wikipedia? Has anybody in the room ever?
Well, as they say on go ahead and ring it. Citation needed.
Right.
It's the internet, and that's how it is now.
That's right. It translated to English, a form of alternative medicine called energy healing. So
it is Japanese in origin.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes, I did.
Yeah, because when she said it, I was like, "What?"
Yes, it translated from Japanese.
Didn't understand it.
But it also takes in a lot of the alternative medicines. Is that correct? So acupuncture is not one?
No, Reiki is its own modality. Acupuncture is another version of energy healing, you could say.
Okay.
Because it touches on meridians in the body. But that's Chinese medicine.
Okay.
So that's they're like cousins, you could say.
If you were okay, so Zach mentioned Reiki through massage. I guess describe sort of, if it's describable, how that would be Reiki used through massage therapy.
So I started as a massage therapist and then studied Reiki and started incorporating it in my massages, and it started making my clients fall asleep more. Or relax more. And so I never even thought of it as like a spiritual thing to begin with. It was just another tool that I had that made my clients relax more. And it seemed to be making them heal differently.
Okay.
So you were going from evidential to practice more than just saying like, I'm going to do it now, but you saw something before you decided it was more of any, before you implemented it.
Yes.
And she could see the difference because she's
Right.
already, like you saying, she's already massaging. So she's like, if I try this, let me see what happens. I mean, they ain't gonna be like, what are you doing? Get that Reiki off.
Well, some people weren't open to it. Like I would ask.
So it's something different that you have to do as far as like
I pull in energy. I sent energy here before I got here. And
we did all show up at the same time and like
We
on
did.
time. Like
And
that never happens.
And you
Hold on.
found it right after I pulled in.
Oh, okay. See?
Do you know what's
crazy.
interesting? When I pulled up, what did I start doing?
Jamming the 90s music.
Oh yeah, jamming it. Yep, jamming it.
I was singing. I don't ever show up and
and
start
rolled the
singing.
window down. I was talking to him. He was like,
Being pissed off in that truck, being like, I can't play it.
he loves the drugs, so we never know. what
But
he
I
could've
wasn't
been doing.
on anything at that point.
No, I'm
I haven't taken anything in weeks.
You woke up, man. That's a drug.
Waking up as a drug.
Facts. Facts. Not a lot of people can do it.
It was that's interesting you said that because I when I showed up I was ultimately in a different mood than I was before I showed up.
That's very true because you're either in here or you're sitting in your car listening to the Braves game.
Yep.
You weren't doing either
I wasn't
of
listening to the
those.
Braves game at
You
all.
had your windows down and you were listening to music and you opened it and I was like, this is Sister Hazel.
No, it was Counting Crows.
Was it Counting Crows?
Oh yeah,
Whatever it was.
Adam Duritz.
Yeah, okay.
I would take Adam Duritz to dinner.
and to bed. Hit me with your dreads.
Look, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
All right.
Adam Duritz is a beautiful man.
Human. I think a weekend camping with Adam Duritz and the rest of Counting Crows would be a phenomenal
This
weekend.
man is getting all
Camping.
kind of promotion today.
Have you've heard Counting Crows outside
Probably.
of Mr. Jones and me?
Okay.
I can't play it. I can't play it. Okay.
Outside of that,
I know that.
he has
I know
some.
that.
He has some deep songs.
Oh, yeah.
Like really deep,
Yeah.
like deeper than Johnny Cash deep.
Okay, first of all,
it's differing kind of deep, but it's deep.
yeah.
I heard.
You've heard of Counting Crows, right?
I mean, I'm sure. I can't name a song right now.
Long December was fantastic.
Yeah. I'll find some
We can
Counting
play
Crows.
some in the middle.
I mean, well, ultimately, the only thing that really comes of playing any licensed music is that I get a notification that says, "Hey,
You're in trouble now.
you can't make any money off this." now
Nope,
because-
not this video.
Wait until you cover a famous person's song, and then they take your video off.
Oh yeah.
That happened to me. I was like, "You sons of bitches."
Oh, I've gotten those. I ultimately I've had those pop up and tell me that they were going to take it down, and then I contest it and I say I'm not
emailed
making
Universal and they were like, "No, you're Eric Church incarnate. You can't do that."
So I got one of those notifications from an Instagram. So I was at Rolling Loud, and whenever Travis Scott was performing, so I got it on my phone.
And they got you for that when
Bro.
it's that man singing.
I was like, they was like, this is not your music. You're playing this more than such and such. And I wrote back, I was like, this is my video
Of
of Travis Scott. You cannot say that I cannot put this on my Instagram.
It's not his song.
They gave it back though.
Okay, good.
I still got it, but they demonetized my ass. I got like 101 views on that shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is
my
is
clip
what I was
last.
saying.
Oh yeah, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, this is a deep
Barrett
one.
never sings, and he was singing.
Well, yeah. I sent Reiki here before I got here. So I can send it places.
Come on, man,
That's
crazy.
awesome.
That's her superpower.
It's one of them.
See, she got multiple.
It's one of them.
Okay, so
She's like the blue chick.
What blue chick?
In
Yeah, now I'm-
what's I know you know
And what?
X-Men.
the blue
Oh,
chick.
Mystique. Yeah, I'm also a shapeshifter. That's another superpower.
Are you?
A little bit.
See, that's
Okay.
crazy.
A little bit.
I can put faces on 4 people and be somebody else because you feed off of that person. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. So like you can meet someone that you don't know, and the best way for like to get along with them is to become who they think you are.
We're all mirrors, though, right?
True.
Like we're all just mirrors of each other.
That's scary.
And you know what I think?
That's scary.
And you know me, I don't
thought
adhere
about
to
that.
any kind of religion or anything, but I think things like Reiki and religions to a degree, I think they're all just touching the same source, and none of them completely get it at any point.
It's
Sure.
like that thing we're behind us.
I think
Absolutely, everything's
basically what it is.
pulling from some, which you could call like the ether or whatever, the universe itself.
there's an energy.
There's something there that binds everything, and people can go about it a very wrong way, but I think it touches everything. I think every religion is at some point touching it. Every like mystic art, I would call it almost, it's touching it. I mean, you were talking about in the one podcast where people could have that outer body clairvoyance type. There's a Netflix
Astral
movie
projection?
where that where like they switch bodies and shit, and I was like, what?
Behind Her Eyes on
Is
Netflix.
that what it is? They're British.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a wild
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
And I was
Behind
like,
her eyes.
yes,
It's a show. It's,
yes,
Yeah.
yes, it's a show. It's a show.
All right, got to check that out because that is very interesting. I like at one point when I was a child or a teenager or something like that, I had heard that if you want, and before you're going to sleep, that you can ask to have some sort of astral projection where you can leave your body and go somewhere that you want to go to. And I still kind of carried that forward, that like if I'm going to sleep and I'm falling asleep, that I will want to travel somewhere. And I've always regretted the dreams that I had in after those requests.
Right.
So Pisces for sure, like of all the signs, like that's a superpower you guys have. You guys are very mystical without knowing that you're mystical. But again, remember Pisces love a drug. Like now you see why those go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Because you like lose touch of reality because of what you can see.
Yeah.
I used to be able to take control of what I was dreaming, and still stay in that very like lucid state of like, all right, now you can do what you want. The dream evolves and eventually dissipates, kind of, but it used to be that kind of thing. It doesn't really happen anymore. Now it's like you're fighting zombies and your dad's with you. You're like, you should use a gun. He's like, I'm gonna use a sword, and you're just like, Dad, what are we? Sorry, I'm going too deep in my dream.
No, it's fine.
But you realize not everybody has those kinds of dreams.
Right.
And I was
Like,
about
so.
to say that.
Right,
So
right.
with me, I feel like my superpower is, I feel like, I want to get your take on it, deja vu.
Dude, I used to have the worst deja vu.
That's
Like,
like a claircognizance kind of thing, though.
I literally,
like a knowing.
it's like me and my cousin, who we were talking about it the other day, but I can like vision myself being somewhere like 10 years from now. And I will see myself there
Interesting.
like 10 years from now.
Do you ever have this where you're having deja vu so bad you have to do some shit to break it? You know
No.
what I'm talking about?
But my cousin, okay, I'm gonna give you an example of what he was saying, which is deja vu, which is scary. My cousin Lamar, you know Lamar. He came to my house. This is his first time coming to my house.
Right.
We got the new deck up and everything. We had the old deck before. We had an old deck before, but he had never came. He sat in the chair. He was like, "Man, this is deja vu."
Really?
He has never been to
Been
my
there.
house,
But he
feels like
he's repeating that.
He's like, "This has happened before."
Yes.
Why is it scary?
It's almost like
I find it scary too.
it's scary. If I can explain it, it's like, it's like I'm living. Okay, it's like whenever I stop dreaming is when I get scared.
You mean when it becomes reality? Or?
No, because I feel like I always have that vision of me like in the future.
Right.
When I don't see myself and I don't have those dreams, I feel like I'll eventually vanish away.
Be gone.
Like it's no future.
Do you ever?
So that's the reason why it's scared me.
Do you have the ability to recognize the periods of sleep where you're not dreaming? So like, I tell my children, because they're 6. I have twins, 6-year-old girls, and And they always talk about how they want tomorrow to get here faster. And I tell them the same thing every single time. If you go to sleep, you're traveling through time, which is time travel is basically the moving through time without recognition of that time.
Yes.
But I have read that there are people who sleep. Yeah, ish. But there are people who, when they sleep, they dream, but they also recognize the time in between those dreams, and it's a different reality or a different field or something.
Dimension.
Yes. And that ultimately it's not dreaming, but there are people that pass in and out of it. It's
Like alternate dimensions.
Yeah. And
A multiverse.
That's super tied to string theory and stuff. I mean, that is so plausible, and it very much so plausible that you're interacting with ghosts of yourself that have passed through. Like that's some wild shit.
But just like you said, like we was talking about with the aliens last week now, right?
Yeah.
So if
Week
they
before last.
but if they travel through time.
Yeah, we were talking about in 1999, there were the lights over Phoenix. I don't know if you remember that, where, well, basically there was V-shaped lights, and then there was a craft you could see, and it's just slowly going over Phoenix, and everyone, including the governors, tripping, like going outside, like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, the government has released video of them seeing the same triangle lights. And
of course.
It's the government now going like, don't pay attention to aliens. How you like that? The aliens.
Yeah.
And Trent goes, you'd think they upgrade their tech. I was like, they travel through space and time. 1999 was yesterday to them, if you think about it. It's that he could have gone from Phoenix to that spot where the Navy captured him 20 years later.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we know so little. We like to we can touch on things like Reiki and spirituality can touch on these things. I think you'd be mentally, physically, all around in ways you don't know, just exploded if you ever knew the true truth of how everything works.
Right.
I think that's what the government's scared of.
Yeah. No, because if people found out how things work, then
it's over.
Yeah.
That's like when I read the Bible and it explains it in this way, and you're just like, I bet it's fucking crazier than this. Like, I'm telling you now.
I mean, and the Bible's got crazy stories.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Like, it was a lady that cut her baby in half.
Yeah. Well, she was going. Yeah.
No, they didn't cut the baby in half.
They were
in one version of it.
The king was going to cut the baby in half and give each claiming
the
fake mother said, "Go ahead, cut it in half." For some reason,
Yeah.
The real mother said, "No, she can have both."
But just the thought that the king was about to cut the baby in half, like just to be like, yo,
to write about it.
that's crazy.
Make sure you put that part in there.
Do you remember the story?
Definitely,
where,
definitely.
Jesus went to go get a fig from the tree and it didn't have any. He goes, "Fuck you forever," and kills the tree.
Yeah.
Even
though they weren't in bloom and stuff.
But I mean, we've had those moments like when you're looking for your keys and stuff. Like it's fuck everything after that. Yeah, we've been there.
Was there like a group of kids who ever made fun of a bald man and then he prayed to God to do something about it? And God's like, how about she bears to murder the kids?
Oh yeah. Oh, I do that a lot. Like if
you send she bears at your children?
No, but I honestly, if somebody fucks with me, like, and I don't like it, like I would. Not like that, but you like something malicious, like maybe like get over on me. Like if I don't handle it, it works out for you way worse. If I try to fight, you get what I'm saying. I can fight you.
You let life
karma fuck
come
you up.
Get that shit. Yeah.
Usually, I'll see you in the paper five months from now. You get what I'm saying? Like that's how it works.
So this is a question I have about karma because I always feel like people don't ever get the karma that I think they're due.
They don't show you. Yeah, exactly. They don't show you. It's just not like social media. People don't show you the bad parts of their life.
Here's the weird thing, though. I ultimately don't really wish harm on them.
I mean,
like I'll be upset about it for an instant, but and I'm like, oh my gosh, they should really get karma for this. And then ultimately, within minutes, I'm like, I don't mean that.
But Barrett, I don't have to say they should get karma. I already know what's gonna happen. That's why I'm like.
You know what I say every time something bad happens, and it's super juvenile, but every time someone does me wrong or I feel like I've been done wrong, I just think to myself and I go like, I hope you go home and take a painful shit. Because you've inconvenienced
How many times have you said that to me? Like, I need to know.
I don't think I've ever said it. Has it been happening?
Yeah, I don't know. That's how
I see what you eat when you're here.
Yeah.
I think ultimately we all know what's going to happen when you get home.
I've wished for people to burn their tongue.
Really? See, it's the
Yeah.
same kind of thing. Just
Yeah.
go home and I hope you take a painful shit and the toilet paper's out.
That's like delicious. That's like some hot grits or something. You like burn the mouth.
I hope the
I
cheese
do
from the
love some
pizza
grits.
hits you
Yes.
on the neck. Like, what are the hot? Yeah.
But what do you think of deja vu?
I think it's a thing. I think it's, if anything, it's a remembering. Like, or maybe you're being tested for that moment. Like, how are you going to move forward from here with what's happening in this moment?
My mom and her family always called it something called Fae, F-A-E. Have you heard of it? And
The
they're
Fae.
like,
They're like fairies.
right. They're like, you have Fae. Everyone has Fae. If you have a dream about something and it's someone dying, you need to tell that. And I'm like,
Tell that to the person?
tell that to somebody.
Oh man, that'd be scary.
Like my aunt had a dream that my grandmother was gonna die, and it happened. And then it was like my aunt had a dream that my other aunt was gonna die. Shit happened. Like, you need to stop dreaming. How about you take Adderall and we all need to stop dreaming?
These dreams
You got
are
a
showing
death
a
note in your
lot.
head, and I don't like it.
That's like, just
I
keep your
think-
mouth shut, man.
Yeah.
Don't tell nobody. See, and that's the reason why I don't speak on my dreams.
Okay.
I mean,
You get what I mean? Like if somebody was like if I was like going crazy and girls wake up like, what happened in the dream? I'm like, oh, no,
but your girl will tell you that you cheated on her in her dream, because Gabrielle does it to me.
Facts.
Wake up and be pissed
Facts.
off.
Yes,
and I'll
because
be
it
like,
feels real in the dream.
And see,
I don't think we have a big enough understanding of the dream state. Like,
'cause something's happening.
it's not that we're just sleeping. Like, I really do.
Exactly.
Like, I think we're existing
recharging.
Isn't it
in
funny?
a different something.
just like
That
just
every
like a phone.
human has to have that moment where you lay down and let DMT and shit get shot into your brain by its own self,
Right?
to hallucinate while you're in this comatose state. And there's something there, because it's your brain is giving you the drugs that some people ingest for fun, and it's just like, have fun while you sleep, little baby. Have a little dust of DMT and whatever else you want to call it, and just done. I think that's
Some's a good
insane.
trip. Some of them are terrible trips.
Some are fucking terrible.
I think it's the food probably that we eat though too.
Some food can definitely mess you up. There's people who say they get nightmares off spicy food and stuff. If you mess with the chemical imbalance, because chemical imbalance is a real thing.
Yeah.
You mentioned it in your podcast I was listening to. But I am with you that there is a line where, and this is not medical advice, as you say,
Yes.
but there is a line between medicine cannot fix it all and being, holistic cannot fix it all. There is a happy medium somewhere that it does mesh, where processing things, therapy is a big thing.
Unless you're a Christian Scientist, and then ultimately, it's,
Wow.
I believe it's the doctors and like the people that's actually in there. Like if their energy isn't good, like your nurses and stuff, like that's probably the end of a lot of people.
You have to be skeptical,
People
but
coming
open,
into the
and then
hospital
you
with
have to
bad
test
energy.
it.
Come on, man.
And if they're not getting any sleep, which a lot of them aren't, like, you wonder how that affects their workday and their interaction with you.
yeah.
That's so true.
crazy.
That's why I think it's insane when someone like a pastor goes, "I haven't figured it out. There's one way to salvation." I just go like, "No, you don't have anything figured out, bro."
You're in this like me.
We're all in this together.
Yeah, like that's cool that you feel good about that.
Or when the
but
pastor say, "He did it for me. I know he can do it for you." It's because you getting paid every Sunday service.
I saw this YouTube. Apparently, and this I meant to bring this up, and maybe you don't know. There's Amish that live in Florida.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
of course they do. That's amazing. I thought that was
Hold on. First of all, I'm just going
But
to say.
where in Florida?
Hold on.
It's
It's near Tampa, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ultimately,
Of
I'm
course.
just going to say this. It's Florida.
It is Florida.
There's no way getting around.
Well, we
ride
know what
bicycles.
Charlemagne thinks of Florida.
Well, a lot of people think a lot of things about Florida. Like,
yeah.
fair.
All the crazy people.
All
right?
of them.
I love Sarasota, so I'm gonna
It's
leave it.
crazy.
But like this guy went down there. He's like, "There's Amish that live in Florida. I have to go check this out." And I thought it was amazing. And then he goes down there, and the first thing he's like, "Can I sit there with y'all?" And he's like, the Amish guy is like, "Sure, come sit down." Which is number one with camaraderie. If you have that openness to like come sit with me,
Yeah.
our beliefs don't matter
Yeah.
unless you start spouting some racist shit. But you wouldn't
Yeah.
have me sit with you or anything like that if that was the case.
I don't know. I've seen Jordan Klepper get invited to a lot of different like things.
Well,
where,
they didn't hate Jordan Klepper until he started talking.
Yeah,
right?
fair enough.
Okay.
But they sat there with him, and he's like, "We're a family. We're all a big family, and you can be part of that family too." And I was like, "Don't say it." And he's like, "See that billboard? You can accept Jesus." And I was like, "Damn it! That's how you have to be part of the family." I thought you guys were way cooler.
Why can't I
No.
just be the guy that sweeps up the hair? And,
No, y'all be cutting y'all beard.
There's got to be one of y'all. There's got to be somebody in here that
So
does
that's
nothing but
somebody's
collect the
job.
trash.
And your scissors have to be like 1,000 years old, right?
You seen the
They can't be
Amish person that
machined
made
and
the basketball thing?
Yes.
That was so smart.
I missed that.
They called him. What did they call him?
It's the Amish LeBron or
Oh,
something.
it was exactly like.
So
but he was sinking.
I have
Yeah,
to.
bro.
We're gonna take a break in a second, but in this we skewed completely off.
I
But
told you we go everywhere.
Did you see the Amish video of these 270 some odd Amish men pick up a barn and move it?
I would never fist fight.
You gotta
an Amish
show me
person.
this in
I
the-
wouldn't
in the-
fist fight
in the
the
middle.
smallest Amish.
Maybe it was just like light as a feather, stiff as a board or something.
Right. It potentially. You know.
Maybe they was like, I'm picking up 1,000 feathers.
Yeah.
It was-
Yeah.
No, there's definitely one guy like Josiah. Put your back into it. God damn it.
Because I'm right beside you. I'm definitely
It was-
halfway doing
it
I'm
was-
pulling Isaac. You're not doing your part.
It was still amazing. It was amazing to see. First of all,
The building is amazing.
it was amazing.
crazy.
Well, the barn that we had in Kentucky, we built a farm in Kentucky, and the barn that we built,
You use power
an
drills
Amish-
and stuff.
Well, they were Mennonites, so yes, they did use power drills.
Them ain't real Amish, man.
Said we.
Power drills?
So-
Mennonites are not Amish.
And Mennonites are Amish. It's a sect of the Amish
But
faith.
they can use
Don't
power.
disrespect them.
So, but
No,
they can
we don't wanna get
they can only use power.
Mennonites, come get me.
They can
They don't
on-
even have teeth.
They can only use power that is created by something that they have either earned or bought with the money that they have earned
Right.
from whatever. So the Amish drive vehicles. I mean, the Mennonites, they drive vehicles, but the Mennonites are actually much more
Modern.
well, they're more modern, but they're also much more righteous. They're I say righteous. They believe they're much more righteous. They are much more. They are
Strict.
extremist when it comes to their faith. Where the Amish,
Wasn't it the Mennonites who were the Amish mafia? They weren't actually even Amish.
they were Amish.
Were they?
They were Amish. But because
That bad boy got a firing pin?
yeah, he also drove around in a Cadillac.
Yeah. Okay.
But ultimately, that was because he was Amish, but he was not part of the Amish community. He operated outside
Does
of
that
the.
go together?
Yeah, it's,
he
it's weird.
he's like, I love the clothes.
Nothing feels better than wool.
And the neck beard, I had this going already.
Can't buy this anywhere, man.
This was made in.
Jebediah's.
My mama made this last
Jebediah.
middle. This is middle Pennsylvania. Yeah. No, it's
It's always in Pennsylvania.
truly it's you doing
You
it.
seen
It's
him?
it.
Is it me? Is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But ultimately, yes, Levi, whatever. Yeah, it was. Honestly, I think a lot of that was just dramatization for the TV show.
It's like History Channel TLC. Like every show that comes on, you're like,
Man, you got 20 kids, man. You
Ancient-
tried this. Y'all know what y'all was doing.
Although I will admit that Ancient Aliens is what puts me to sleep most nights.
if I watch Ancient Aliens again, I'm gonna that Yiannopoulos guy.
the guy with the hair,
Yeah, he has a degree in sports.
medicine or something.
No, not medicine.
Oh.
Don't. It's like
Don't give
sports,
him that,
sports
right?
management. I believe
Really?
it is.
Oh, good for
He
him.
has no bearing on history. He's just like, I read some books and fuck.
Well, that's a lot of people, you know?
I
Once you
will
read a
fully
book.
admit, Ancient Aliens is very entertaining.
And now you don't even got to read books, the audio books, man.
Yeah,
Or
but
YouTube University.
Oh yes, exactly. Look, I learned most of what I do at work through YouTube.
You better.
I'm just-
I think it's very entertaining. But when like a true a board of scholars get finding past the thesis around, everyone examines it, and they're like, now we know how the pyramids are built. Yeah, this is how it was done. You have all this evidence, and those jackasses are on TV going like, aliens.
yeah, yeah,
Literal only way. Like I was like, you throw enough people at something, something's gonna happen.
yeah.
That's
You
exactly how it
seen the
works.
Amish with the house.
You seen the Russians
house.
with Stalingrad and stopping the Nazis? They were just
Right.
like, throw people at them.
Right. Yeah,
So
crazy.
It's freaking insane.
It's crazy. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back right back. The All About Nothing podcast. Hey everyone, I want to take a quick moment to mention one of our new sponsors, thepaintedmoment.com. That's thepaintedmoment.com. Check this out. Have you ever taken a photo with your phone or digital camera that would look amazing as a watercolor canvas painting? Well, now there's a website ready to take your photo and turn it into digital painted moments.
This is how it works. Visit thepaintedmoment.com, follow the instructions, and your digital photo will be enhanced and returned to you with links on where you can have an image printed to canvas or whatever else you'd like to do with it. We've already got a couple of these enhanced photos hanging around the house, and trust me, you'll love what comes out. Thepaintedmoment.com. Create a painted moment in time from your digital photos. Thepaintedmoment.com. Seriously, check them out today. Thepaintedmoment.com. We have to thank our sponsor, G.O.T. Sound Studio, and its owner and operator, Dominique Stewart, better known as Neek the Geek. G.O.T. Sound Studios offers a variety of recording experiences from music, voice, and instrumental recordings and production, as well as podcasts. G.O.T. Sound Studio is located in Columbia, South Carolina, and operated by the most talented producer and engineer in the business. G.O.T. Sound Studio is a Black-owned business. Bring your recording business needs here. You can find details on their Facebook page or by calling 803-243-2302 or emailing gotsounds@theallaboutnothing.com. That's gotsounds@theallaboutnothing.com. You can find links in the Friends of the Pod section of our website. Visit theallaboutnothing.com. All right, Nothingers, I want to cue you in about a friend of the pod, Blank Canvas Brand. If you own a business or restaurant and the time has come to build that unique brand, you have got to get a hold of Blank Canvas Brand. Blank Canvas Brand specializes in brand identity, including logos, business cards, flyers, and anything else to promote your business. And now, Blank Canvas Brand offers printing services to help with your clothing needs, including sports teams. I can tell you from our own experience, Blank Canvas Brand is responsible for our logo, as well as the Bowl of Duty bowling team logo, and we couldn't be happier with what's been produced. For more information, you can search Facebook for Blank Canvas, or you can email blankcanvas at theallaboutnothing.com. That's BLNKCANVS at theallaboutnothing.com. You can find links in the Friends of the Pod section of our website. Visit theallaboutnothing.com. All right, welcome back to the show. I don't know why y'all pay any attention to me when I do that. Like, ultimately, it doesn't.
I'm over here tapping. I'm like,
honestly, that's when I worked in radio, when I did talk radio. That was one of the things. You'd come out of a commercial break, people are already talking. That was a thing.
I mean, they want to feel like they're in the room with you.
I was doing that 30 years ago, but
Sheanah, don't you think Barrett has them as a radio voice?
He does.
Do I?
He does.
Yeah.
Do I really?
Welcome to 38.9 Point The Kick. We're here back. We're going to play through your all-time favorites.
You know, most of my time in the radio industry was doing traffic. So it was like that was the most, because I have this
when
pet
cars
peeve.
touch, bad things happen. So.
Yeah, especially 85 miles an hour.
So he was the person. Let's check in with Barrett. What's going on? Well,
Never in a helicopter though.
Yeah. I-85 tied up at the south end. Yeah, no, I
think our pilot Phil has been drinking a little bit.
At least you don't have radio face.
Oh, that's sweet of you. I had to think about that real quick.
That's called an opinion.
Is that a diss? I had to.
You never heard of that? You got a face for radio?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Asshole.
That's hilarious.
Where would I be if not here?
So we've been talking about Reiki masters and energies and deja vu and a lot of other things.
How much people live in barns?
Yeah. Did you see the video? Did somebody else show you? You walked away.
I did walk away, but y'all was I've seen y'all got into a deep conversation.
Well,
It's
no.
easy
Ultimately,
to do
we got my sister on the phone, and my sister Lorian is
Her name is Lorian?
Lorian.
That's an amazing name. I've never heard that as a name.
You've never heard the name Lorian?
haven't.
I've heard DeLorean, but
And Mandalorian.
Yeah, there's a bunch of something Lorians,
So
but that's awesome.
the Lothlorians from, and I may have pronounced that
Is
incorrectly.
she Miss Lorian? Because that is a preface to the Lorian. She's a Miss Lorian.
So I'm not sure, but I can say that her name came from the Lord of the Rings.
Really?
That was a Tolkien. Yeah, that was
Your mother?
My mother and her father. Yes.
Both read Tolkien.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And they're all Pisces.
Oh yeah, all Pisces.
This all makes
My
sense.
grandmother was a massive sci-fi Tolkien fan too.
This is so crazy right now, Barrett.
It's ultimately so like.
Who's Lorian?
You've always
sister.
supposed to be in
No.
the water, man.
I mean,
God
yeah.
damn it.
Lorien. Okay, so the woods of Lorien where the elves were.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Rings
was
a bell. I don't care for the Lord. I think it's cool. I'm not like Star Wars obsessed with it, but
So she's probably into fairies.
Yes, yes.
Of course.
My sister had the ability to, and she may correct me on this, and you're welcome to, but she had the ability, if she was woken up in the morning, she could wake up and say, I just need to go back to sleep for a few more minutes because I want to finish this dream. And then could go back into the dream. And she would...
Like a book.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's uncanny.
That
It's
is
a superpower.
And for a long time...
Is absolutely.
Because I can't go back to my once I wake up, it's over.
Yeah.
No, because then, like, when I have a dream, I'll just wake up and go, like, what the fuck? And then for, like, 30 seconds, you'll dwell on it and be like, whatever. And then I never can remember a thing from it.
Yeah, I don't get to...
I'm left with the feeling of what it did, but never the thought of what it was.
Just have a pen and pad after you wake up right beside you. So you
Start
can
writing.
like-
I'll write like a doctor, bro. They'll be like, what did I dream?
Why is this in Hinch? What, like,
Oh, it looks like
a-
Hindi or something.
Yeah.
Or yeah, no, it wouldn't be good.
Yeah. And then ultimately it would go on Amazon and then get lowered down the book stock. No?
No.
Would I submit it to Amazon? That'd be
Yeah.
pretty rad.
Absolutely. Amazon has...
Please. You've been saying it. They got enough money, Barrett.
Fuck Jeff Bezos. Yeah,
Let's
go ahead
speak.
and say that.
Can we speak on that?
Yeah, we Trent and I had that man cracking the whip at us for a little bit.
Man, look.
Telling you.
And now he's going to space on our dime.
And he's not even with Amazon. He's like, I've laid a good foundation here, and everyone's gonna do good.
I laid a good foundation.
Let's talk about this.
I ultimately made $180 billion. That's not a foundation. That is a planet.
When he got divorced from his wife, and he was still the number one
Yeah.
richest, and his wife became the second richest.
Right.
and
Yeah.
still made
I'm
more
missing
money.
out.
Yeah.
I'm missing out.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos.
Well, he's single.
No, I know that. I'm missing out on that life
That's life.
right
Oh,
now.
yeah, no, for real.
That's life. Okay, so can we say rich people don't trust rich people?
yeah.
I guess.
Because
Rich people try to fuck
think about it like this: Jeff Bezos, he can get in touch with Elon Musk with one call. He could get in touch with NASA with one call. This motherfucker came out of nowhere with Origin Blue.
But then
Who the fuck is that?
But then he has Elon throwing shade at him.
Well,
who already has connect with NASA.
Elon is probably like, I know it's gonna crash.
He's like,
I
this
know.
Blue Origin bullshit.
that's
It's
ultimately
blue up in the sky is what's gonna happen.
But I would go to Elon. Be like, come on, man, get me up here, man. Like,
that ultimately is the question I
Why
do
wouldn't
have.
they join forces?
Through all of SpaceX's working on getting these rockets so that they can go to space and become the contractor for NASA, has anyone seen anything about Blue Origin or their testing
bro,
of
they
rockets?
came out of nowhere.
That I have a little bit of a concern.
That's like me coming to you, Barrett, and be like, hey, build this art in 40 days. I'm gonna need a boat.
People are gonna knock on the door when it starts raining really hard. Don't let them in. It's called genocide.
Yeah.
We're gonna let this
Yeah.
go. No.
Yeah, that guy that loves us is
Yeah.
he's gonna
He's gonna
Everybody.
guide us the way.
Hey, you guys have one room for. Not sorry, we're all full, and they are shit.
I just put the last alligator in this.
No, you know God would be. Noah would be. It would basically be. Look, God's gonna smite me if I lied to you. So no, there's plenty of room on here. But he told me no.
Don't shoot the
And you're
messenger,
all-
but you
You're
can't
not on the
get
list. You're
You're
not
all
on the
out.
But let's get back. Come on, let's talk about this Origin,
No,
man. Where did Origin Blue come from?
Here's what it is. Elon doesn't need your help. Jeff Bezos, the biggest flex of all time in human history is to start Tesla and then start SpaceX and launch your fucking car into
Yeah.
space because you can. Not only did
That
you
was a
do that,
move.
you shot it around Earth and you sent it around Mars, and all it does is this cyclical pattern.
Is that what it's doing?
Yeah.
I did not know
Over and
that.
over again.
I
yeah.
did not know that.
And it's all
How?
GoPro.
Biggest flex of all
All
time.
GoPro.
How? Okay, first of all, I have a question about the GoPro. But
Well, I don't know if that's what they're using, but I think Neat used it for like one.
well,
he had.
how does he have it doing an orbit around both of the planets?
Only
I'm
Elon
gonna tell
knows.
you like my father-in-law always says it when I start explaining things to him. Science.
All right, Zach, I won't ask again.
That makes sense, though.
It's there.
You have
It's-
to know the science. I mean,
You know how they
definitely
always-
You don't.
You know
Maybe they have somebody mystical working for them.
There's a dummy in the front seat,
Downloading
but that guy
things.
has to be getting paid.
Come on, man.
But
Now,
all it is like gravity. You know, when
Sure.
in Apollo 13, when shit's going down, they're like, we're gonna slingshot him around the moon. That happens. You gain inertia from the gravity when you're
Right.
so far out of orbit, and it'll push. That's what it does. But Mars only comes around so many times, so the orbit that this thing makes while it's waiting for Mars it takes a while.
Wow.
Then it shoots up and then it comes back around.
Interesting. Yeah.
Someone come correct me if you need to.
Is it possible for it to run into anything?
What do you mean, like propulsion?
Like another rocket going up. Like
Or-
maybe
No,
Jeff Bezos might get hit
yeah,
by the car.
he might launch something looking for a red roadster out
You're
there.
going to write that down on one of our cards. And
No, don't
Oh
manifest
man, don't do
that.
Jeff
Don't
like that,
manifest
man.
that.
He's taking his brother up there with him.
Second biggest
Did you
flex
see
of
that?
all time is the Starlink satellite system, where he's just launching internet for everybody for free.
Oh, yeah.
It pisses astronomers off because it's at certain times it's in their way to look at what they're trying to look
Right.
at. But if you look up, it looks like a constellation when the sun hits them.
Yeah.
You'll see them; they're just dots on a line. You're like, what constellation is that? Especially if you know constellations. Nope, that's a satellite. That's Elon.
So that's not Orion's belt.
That's Orion's like damn waistband.
That's Elon's belt.
His waist
Let's
beads.
be honest.
Yeah, I don't.
Elon's waist beads.
And what's so funny is that anyone can hook up to this and get internet. You do have to pay like $300 to get the satellite to put out there.
Okay.
But it'll auto position and figure out where it is and stuff.
That's it. $300. Well,
Yeah.
One
That's
time.
interesting.
I think it's a one time. Linus Tech Tips, go ahead and ding the bell. Another famous YouTuber.
Okay.
He bought it and it worked just as fast as like his broadband.
Really?
They were able to game off of it.
Interesting.
But Russia even said, and I think we talked about it before. Russia
They said no, right?
any of you hook up to these fucking satellites, do skivania.
I assume
Game
they
over.
can't. That means it's because Russia has a lot of control, same as China, and
Yeah, over there.
and even the United States. I'll be honest. There's plenty
there.
of
There's control here.
I don't
yeah.
know if you can call. I mean, if I was Elon, it would have been even. I'm going to say it one more time. Bigger flex if you didn't call it the internet anymore because anyone can have it. Right?
yeah.
It's the outer web.
Yeah, the
call
outer-
it something, man.
Yeah.
Outer web.
That's
They
a
have
good
to
idea.
change the name of the
Name,
internet.
internet.
I would have
Yeah.
never thought that was going to change.
We're on the outer web, but we can get onto the internet.
Yeah.
Like, it's just I love that shit. Trigger people because that's how revolutions start, right? You're gonna have a bunch of Russians who are still gonna do it because they would have to come find that you have.
How are they going to know?
Yeah, they would have to be like, he has a
Nobody's
satellite.
Nobody's going to know.
Yeah.
Are you not allowed to have like Dish Network over there or Slovenia, whatever they want to call their satellite internet company?
I mean, but some
Nothing
places-
on the roof.
Some
We're gonna need
places
a
won't
correction
let,
on that, too.
different
Yeah.
channels come through in China
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So yeah.
So you gotta figure it.
Yeah.
China too. Imagine people in China's internet is so. I don't think you can even look up Winnie the Pooh in China anymore.
It's certain cartoons.
You can't look up porn in Utah.
What?
In Utah at
Say that
all.
One more time.
You know, like it's a dry state. And
Right.
whatnot,
Fucking
like
Mormons. Nicest people in the world. The most ridiculous holy underwear wearing, gold tablet reading.
So are people snitching on people? Be like, yo, you watching porn, bro?
Magical spectacles.
That's what is that?
How does that work?
That's
it's monitored somehow.
It is. That's bro.
That's interesting. I didn't know
Look
that.
up porn.
I didn't know that.
There's only 49 states I
What
need
if
to
you're
visit
driving
now.
through though?
I don't know why you'd be looking it up while you're driving, but
Man, if you got a Tesla, you can do whatever you want.
True. True.
As soon as you cross the line, welcome to Utah.
Let's give this a whirl.
Breaking laws, baby.
I'm backseat driving.
It's a very
And I just got
specific type of
canceled.
porn, I think.
Sounds like it.
Tesla?
Tesla, no hands on the wheel. You can get it and go.
Tesla porn. I'm guessing is that a thing?
Hey, it might
If
be
it
in the
isn't, it
future.
might be
You
now.
Oh.
Elon makes a point that you can play video games on their little center console
Yeah.
things
Yeah,
while
of course.
I mean, they have
You can
games
run a
you can download.
fireplace.
Huh?
You can run a fireplace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can run a
Like it's a
you can
Fireplace
yes.
setting.
Yeah.
Well, I saw that the Tesla comes with some sort of like party mode or something like that.
Yeah,
you put it
the
in party
lights.
mode. All the lights outside start
Doors
flashing. The
open.
doors are opening and stuff.
Dude, you know, every time we come to an episode, if I had a Tesla, I'd be like, you know what time it is? The thing's just doing like circles in the parking lot with the doors open.
So you
People
didn't
in that hotel are like, what the fuck?
You didn't
I
ask
did
the
it.
car people about did they have any Teslas? On
$74,000 for like a 5-year-old used one? No.
I
Is it that
dated a
much?
guy with one.
74.
Did you? Mm-hmm. Was it nice?
Yeah, it's the X, the really
Okay,
nice
so
one.
like the SUV one.
no.
No,
No.
it's just like almost like a hatch kind of one.
It's the sexy one.
Yeah,
and
the
you know
X
that's,
was
they
like a
spell
sports
sexy
car.
anyway.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Is it the one?
The Model X?
Which is the one that has
think it's like red or
the
something.
eagle wings? The back doors open.
Oh,
up
that's
like
that's a bigger version.
They're
Like
just
the
now
SUV
making
version.
the SUV-ish one. Their Cybertruck.
Yeah,
I want that.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. It's only going to be
want that.
40 grand. I say only. It's going to be 40 grand.
No, it's not.
It
No,
will
it's
be.
not.
No, it will
That's
not.
what that's what he advertised.
Yeah, he said all his basic models is going to be 25,000, and the trucks will be 40.
But then there's
He'll
like
take out half. Everybody's going electric.
Well, I believe
Ferrari's
it when
going
I
electric.
see it, because even when you have to go get one fixed, you can't drive anywhere but a Tesla place to go.
That's why they want you to switch.
But then there's like
at
upgrades.
Apple.
Like if you get a cup holder, it's like $1,200.
Oi,
Like it's
for a cup holder.
yeah.
All right.
You can
Yeah,
get it
it's-
carbon
it's weird
fiber.
stuff.
Look,
In the inside,
I'm
the
gonna be-
whole thing carbon fiber.
I can fix an Apple at my house. Period. I can do anything to an Apple
How
phone.
do you? Oh, an Apple phone. Sorry.
Yeah,
I was going to ask how you prefer your apples.
But you can't get an upgrade. You can't get the
Peanut
new,
butter.
Like that's why they come up
Mustard.
with a new phone. It's different things that they can do for you that you can't do for
The
yourself.
12, the only thing the 12 does better than the 11 Pro is 5G.
Did you get a 12?
No.
Oh, okay.
I still got the 8, so I know what you're talking about. This is an 8
Your
plus.
my phone does nothing better
us-
than your
this is
phone,
us
but
flexing.
pictures.
Oh, I have an 11. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We're in the same.
I still got my button. I'm the last one with the
Wait,
button.
you have a 12.
I love my button.
I have a 12.
I love my button.
But I didn't.
No, it's more square as well, right?
Well, yeah, but they also added the LiDAR sensor and whatnot.
It's slick, man.
I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what the point of that is.
You know what I mean? It's slick.
It's nice. No, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it.
I like my
Splinter cell
button.
this bad boy. Yeah, I don't.
I just run out of storage all the time.
If you can't take a good picture, you're gonna fuck it up.
I am the last person to try and flex on having a new phone.
No, I would
it is
never.
not going to be me.
Not
No,
the same year it comes out.
It was my assistant and I, Ashton, just going like. I told her I was like, I need that 11, and she was like, I'm trying to get one too. I was like, me first. Like, it was like a race to who got one first.
Wait, you have an assistant?
Yeah.
See? I told
a
you it's a
flex.
flex. He has 2.
I'd like an assistant.
He has 2.
I don't
I'd
have
like
an assistant.
Yeah, Barrett works there. Y'all been working this. Barrett couldn't get one assistant. He
Here's-
had 2.
And I have not had an assistant for Barrett, a year?
Almost a year, yeah. I'll be honest though, it would do no good for me to have an assistant because ultimately I would just do all the work. Not because they can't, but because
you can do it better.
I don't want to say that. I don't want to say it's because I can do it better.
Tell the truth,
Because I'm
Barrett.
used to doing it. Okay.
Better?
Tell the truth.
Yeah, probably better.
Well, Ashton became very like Ashton is so good at her job that like she was like my partner. Like I would have questions for her. Like, what happened here? What is
Your
this?
assistant, we're talking about.
Yeah, and I'd be like, what's going on? Because there's a certain
This looks
set-
real bad, Zach.
No, there's a certain set of parameters that's like their job duty, right? It's not like I'm like, give me coffee, blah. Like what? Like it's not like that. Like
But if she
Well, would
asks,
she get you coffee?
if she's asking you questions, I mean, if she's answering your questions,
Zach drives a Dodge Charger.
fucked up.
but but what I'm saying is, if she's answering the questions that you have, shouldn't y'all like switch?
oh.
What I'm saying.
Because the bullshit comes down my pipe, and I'm just there like a baby bird going, sure, yeah, I'll take that, yeah. Exactly how that works.
Okay. So you
Fair
take the
enough.
bullshit
Fair.
better,
That's
is
a
what
fair
you're saying.
comparison.
I would agree. Okay. I would agree because he's more likely to catch he was more likely to catch from a higher up than she was because he's the one that would.
And I don't throw people under any kind of bus. Say something was her fault. I'm not gonna go like, there she is. I'm wondering the same thing.
I got pitchforks and torches right here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
They're $1 a piece now, but yeah, it is her fault. No, never.
Gotta make a little money.
If it fucks up and it's her fault, I'll be like, fuck you. Yes, this happened under my watch. Like, what do you want me to say? But she don't. She never did.
Like long lunches, they be like, "Why are they taking so long?"
We'll not talk about how lunches work.
Yeah, that's a weird subject.
Oh, okay. Let's change that. A segue.
We 15 minutes ago, we got on the horn. We got on the phone. We got on the FaceTime.
We were all about
Horn.
nothing just now.
Yeah.
And now we're on it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We were talking. I pulled my sister up on FaceTime, and so Sheanah and I were speaking to my sister, and she told my sister my entire family is basically Pisces except for my brother, who is June 2nd. And she said something that was interesting, that it was like a hurricane. And she is exactly right. There was so much turmoil, not exterior. It was us. It was all us. And she pulled that out, and it was like, oh no, here we go. And then my mother starts talking about how when we were kids, we were constantly moving furniture around. Like we'd exchange rooms and things like
you
that.
Little creeps. I wake up and there it is.
She'd come home and find like furniture jammed between the two doors of two bedrooms, like
A chair under the front door so she can't get in.
Yeah, my brother and I would basically be trying to push our furniture into each other's rooms at the same time. So we're blocking each other and sufficiently blocked each other from even exiting the room.
Was this a rage-filled?
No, not really.
Like, what was the point?
Yeah, like why?
I don't know.
They just wanted to move their
trade
furniture.
rooms.
Okay.
So you just didn't understand the simple concept of one at a time?
I'm not.
Same time, man.
If we push him and you
Let's go
get
at the
there,
same time right now.
we're ready at 88 miles an hour.
Ultimately, it was probably us just not getting along. Like one of us,
So
we both wanted to go
Because
first.
he was the one that was not the water sign, right?
He's what is
Gemini.
Listen,
Gemini.
stupid. We'll
So
pick
he's the
my
only
bed
one-
up.
But it's
I'll
another
kick my
you
bed
say-
under.
it's
Will you
another-
say he's like the black sheep of your family?
my brother.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say without being
William, are you listening?
without being offensive. He used to correct us on the when we do our Facebook Live postings.
The
Like
Crackers baseball team.
he would
So,
talk.
and Gemini is also big on communication.
Oh, okay.
So,
He will stay up till all hours of the night, like posting on political Facebook pages.
He's always doing a live thing on Insta, right?
Is he?
Is it? Maybe it's not him.
Yeah, maybe not my
I might
brother.
be wrong.
I haven't seen my brother do anything live, but I'll be honest, I don't pay a whole lot of attention.
Well, managing like double of every fucking social media thing, I like get like.
Yeah, that's true. You get every
I'm
I'm
single
like,
one.
dude. I'm like, who is this?
That's why you got to turn
That's
the notifications off, man.
No,
No,
I
he
can't.
needs 'em.
Yeah,
I need him to respond.
Oh,
I have to like look at messages.
Guess
and
who's-
it's like
guess
someone
who's my
farting in a
assistant?
balloon.
No.
All right, there we go.
Barrett, that's the biggest flex ever. You quit and made him work for you.
Social
You
media.
can work for me now, boy.
Ultimately, I
That's
count-
why you need to pledge to our Patreon. So
Yeah.
apply here, and
Yeah.
we're not going to pay you anything for right now. But if you want to manage our
Manage-
me.
You know
Oh,
me
she
would.
could manage our social media like crazy.
Me would be on it.
Well, until then, I'm counting
Everything
on
will be
you two.
spelled correctly.
Yeah,
The information
and-
will be factual.
and proper grammar.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Thank
proper
you and
grammar.
me.
I think
No,
she's
we
an English
me and
major.
I have had the. I was like, when you send an email, do you like
Proofread it.
y'all people or yeah, no, whatever it calls is like it's or I'll. It's like I don't do that. Like I will say like I will or it is.
Oh, no conjunctions.
No conjunctions, yeah, at all. And she was like, "No, I don't think I like." We were kind of on the same page. She's like, "If it's someone I really am comfortable with, I'll do it, but like, I can't do it in an email because if I y'all somebody, I hope y'all are having a good afternoon. They could be like in like New York and be like, fuck is y'all?
I mean, just imagine, like in South Carolina, people that speak like Geechee and stuff. Like you think they talk like that all the time,
Or
but
that
whenever they
gullah.
go on paper, you think it's gonna sound the same.
Like
And it's
Mr.
not.
Mr. Jesus."
Oh yeah, Mr. Jesus was. Yeah, he got it. He got it. He was deep with it.
I don't know who Mr.
Oh, yeah,
Jesus
I don't know,
is.
Mr.
Oh,
Jesus.
sorry.
She spoke Gullah natively.
Mr. Jesus is
Miss
a woman.
Jesus.
Miss
Oh,
Jesus.
okay.
Oh, I thought I heard Mr.
She
I
was,
did.
I'm sorry, that's my
I
bad.
was
No,
mistaken.
he knows Mr. Jesus. No, she spoke Gullah.
Oh,
English was their
okay.
second language, and it was "You can't coming in here, coming acting no crazy now," like Jamaican-ish.
Real.
Okay.
Yeah,
Real.
but then she would yell at us in Gullah, and then we'd all be like, "All right, she's not fucking around.
She ain't fucking around today.
Billy, get back in the window." Mr. Jesus got a shoe off.
So we were. Yeah, I did it again. We were.
So
So
we got
were,
away from the question. He never answered the black sheep.
I
Let him segue out of that.
What black sheep?
If his brother's
Oh.
the black sheep.
Yeah,
My brother is probably the black sheep.
Okay.
It's
my brother is a black sheep.
and I say that with all the love and compassion that I have.
Yeah.
My brother is potentially the black sheep.
Let me ask you this, Sheanah. Someone born September 17th, 92.
Okay.
What are they?
It's a Virgo.
Virgo. What are their tendencies?
It's another earth sign. But is it a man or a woman?
It's a
Because
man.
Okay. Virgo.
Are they
rules-
rage?
They are particular.
Really?
They very much want their things the way they want them. They're also ambitious. Virgos do all the things all the time.
Ambitious to a fault.
Yeah, we could say that. Like just busy to be busy.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. But and he's not going to listen to this, clearly. But my brother's dealt with certain things, but he's always had that ambition. My brother could rule the world if his head was screwed on right. That kind of thing.
Facts.
And
Everybody love Hunter.
You said 72?
92.
92. He was
Yes.
born in 92. Okay.
Well, those ones are different. Anyway,
It's one of those
90s
things.
babies.
I'm always like, you are the smartest motherfucker I know, but you can fuck up in the worst ways that I know, and it kills me. So that's a Virgo thing. Would you say?
They're just they're busybodies.
Are they easily influenced?
I wouldn't
No.
say so. Yeah, no.
Because remember Earth signs? We were talking about elements earlier. Earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, stubborn. Like they very much know what they want.
Right.
Like, and how they want it done that way.
See, when I think of my brother, like my I always say, got your red up. Like my red's coming up. I'm getting there. He's so quick to be defensive against anybody, like enemies at all corners, any face of the clock, enemies. I'm just like, bro, like we don't have to ride this person's ass. They're going 45 and a 40, so we don't have to do this, like that kind of thing. Let me ask you this, just one more. My daughter was born October 20th of October 22nd, 2020. What sign is she?
She is a Libra.
So am I in trouble going forward?
She's going to have an opinion.
Oh, I love opinions. That's
She's
what
going
I
to
want
have an
for her,
opinion.
at least.
And Libras are very much, they want things to be fair. However, let me just put this out there. All right, you ready?
Dun dun
Ready.
dun.
Cardi B's a Libra.
Oh God.
Oh.
Kim Kardashian's a Libra.
You know what though? Okay, so
She could be
stop.
famous.
But look at
No.
but look at what
You
they
can make
do
a
for
WAP, but
humanity.
that was
be
that
like,
was
what?
that was what I was gonna say. So
But look at what
ultimately,
they do for humanity.
I have to. I will admit I don't know a whole lot about Kim Kardashian outside of being married to Kanye West and some of her relationships and whatnot.
Well, she has a fur car now,
But
fur Tesla.
but
Lambo.
I
excuse
do
me,
know
Lambo,
I
excuse
do know she is a philanthropist.
Yes.
And ultimately there are schools and charities around the world that benefit tons of money because of Kim Kardashian.
Facts. She got a lot of people out of jail too.
Yeah, I'll say the one
And Cardi
redeeming.
B's doing things too.
Yeah,
Facts.
I'll say the one redeeming quality that I do like about Kim Kardashian. I'm not going to say she's a bad person or anything, but even people who have done bad, she knows that people who have done bad are not bad.
Right.
That's
And-
that scales.
Right.
When you think of Libras, they're balancing the scales. They see the potential in people. They see the good in others.
It's that kind of thing. Even if you're a criminal, you're completely
Still a
guilty.
person.
You don't deserve to be shot.
Yeah.
Innocent or guilty, when cops pull you over, you don't deserve to die. You don't
Right.
deserve to be shot because that's not for them to decide.
Right.
Well, nobody said the road to success was going to be a clean road.
Yeah,
I feel like that speaks for Kim and that speaks for Cardi because where they at now. I mean, you just had to get that. I mean, they had to do what they had to do.
They had to see their dad go through some shit.
Facts.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I feel for that. Then they had to see their dad die, and I absolutely feel for that.
Facts. They did. Both of them did.
So, like, I don't hate on them. I don't like the show. I think that just.
Well, the good news is it's over.
It's over.
Oh, I know it's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, I just watched that last episode on Will.
I mean, you and me.
You watched-
and,
you guys watched those episodes?
Hold on, can we go back to? He just
guys
watched
watch
it
the
last.
show?
you
episode.
gotta let it go, man.
I
You
didn't.
gotta
I
let
just
it
heard
go.
it was over.
I just heard it was over,
Barrett
too.
watches the Jersey Shore. And I don't care what sign.
Yeah, Barrett can never talk junk because
I don't talk junk.
nah,
I
you can't say nothing about.
here's the thing.
You can't say
No,
we are in two different categories, sir.
Here's the thing about Jersey Shore. I can turn my brain off to Jersey Shore, but I can also recognize so from the beginning of that show to now.
Oh, yeah.
There has been an unbelievable transition from people that were children that did crazy things.
They were
that
not
would-
children, Barrett. They were the same age you were when you first started. when they first watching the show.
Dude,
I guarantee you in the situation were the same age.
Situation just had a kid, right?
You were living through the situation.
Yeah. And that's entirely possible. But I recognize
Jersey Shore, water.
Did you ever walk anywhere and be like, I think these motherfuckers are about to experience this situation.
All I can say is,
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know these people personally, but I do recognize how much of a transition they have made to the adults that they are now. And I mean, Mike, the situation. I can't think of his last name.
Mr. Situation.
Yeah, just call him the situation, man. He doesn't need a name.
But he went through so many years of abuse, like alcohol and drug abuse and addiction, and
With
now,
fuck you money.
Yeah,
Facts.
Yeah. But he is such an advocate for helping people clean up, not necessarily because it's bad what they're doing, it's because they're abusing it, and that's how you fall out of a good lifestyle.
Well, he was relatable. People were able to watch him go down that dark path, and then you see him come out.
Extensively documented.
Yeah, like.
But that's also the Jersey Shore is also sort of an inspiration for. I think it should be an inspiration for people that see like crazy and then they see the clean or not. I'm not gonna say.
Do you think an 8-ball sounds fun? Let me play this clip from 2010.
Do you like Baby Shark?
Yeah, I got a cocktail with the ice from the urinal.
Speaking
of,
of,
it was fantastic.
The #1 view on YouTube.
You already know. I know,
but it's like 8.4 billion right now as we speak.
It's #1 overall.
Everything.
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark.
I'm at least 100.
Everything. It says it on the. I have to watch it every day, Barry. You think I don't know? I'm helping the number.
That is depressing.
Bro,
I didn't have to do that.
Too. Here's the helping the number.
I'm helping the number, man. Like every day they get a screen from me.
Show Rio Baby Joy Joy on Amazon. Nope, you're gonna be wrecked, son.
Man, I want Baby Shark just to go away, man.
I want them all to go away. I don't want her to watch television. That was the biggest mistake I've ever made.
Introducing television.
My girl would agree with you, but I feel like
it keeps them docile, but at what cost?
It keeps them okay, man.
What cost?
It does the same to adults.
Yeah, it does.
But I don't want her to be like me like that. Like you know
what the news is doing to us?
So I did
every day. Have anybody watched the news lately?
No. I quit.
It's very sad.
I took it off my phone.
It's very sad.
Once we got a president, I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because news they don't have nothing to talk about but murder now.
Trump told someone to suck his dick. And you're just like, the news. You're like, oh, 5 people got impeached for being Russian spies. You're like, it's like, I don't have to do that anymore. What did Joe Biden do? He fell up some stairs. I see like 3 memes and shit is over.
I seen him laughing with the Queen this weekend.
Yeah, what did
going
Joe
to
Biden
church
do?
and stuff?
He's asking for the world to do better.
Oh,
yeah, I feel really awful about that.
He's being a palatable human being. This is fantastic. You know what? I can turn. It's like when you put your kid in a safe spot and you're like, they're good here. And you can turn away for a minute.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
That's what you feel like with the president.
Oh, dude, I don't have to check up on Joe.
Yeah.
He's not fucking. I don't have to check up on Kamala.
Yeah.
I mean, she said some crazy things this week. Should we talk about that?
Well, I do.
Did y'all see the meme about that?
As long as she didn't say some J.K. Rowling
She says,
shit,
"Do
I'm
not
fine,
come."
dude.
She said, "Do not come."
Do not come.
I know.
But they got like a clip. They got a clip of Donald Trump. They got a clip of Donald Trump. Yeah, Donald Trump's like, "I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come." Everybody's like, "Yeah."
Hard. I mean hard.
It's the best thing on the internet right now.
I don't want to venture away from the topic of the health, healing and
we need
whatnot.
to get back on topic.
Well, so we're gonna go long today, just so you know.
The longest
These are
yard.
the beautiful ones.
Yeah.
Look,
After 75, we only going up now. Now
I
you
read
get that real stuff.
I read an
Sheanah,
article.
You're here for landmark episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I read an article this morning from The Guardian. They published an article this morning that details how Republicans came to embrace the big lie theory, which of course is how the 2020 election was stolen.
And how Trump's still brazen it.
Right. Well, it starts by describing the article starts to describe how Governor Rick Scott made the accusations while he was in the lead, but seeing his lead dwindling for the Senate seat that he now occupies. That 2 particular counties, Democratic-leaning counties, had rampant amounts of fraud. He made claims like every person in Florida knows exactly what's happening here. He claimed that, quote and unquote, their goal is to mysteriously keep finding more votes until the election turns out their way. how they want. The unethical liberals are trying to steal the election from the great people of Florida.
Liberal media is at it again.
That is ultimately what the big lie is, that an election can be stolen if illegitimate votes are counted in favor of Democrats over Republicans. Now, it's important to note, this does not work the other direction.
Of course not.
Yeah. You cannot have Democrats cannot claim that an election was stolen from them because Republicans found more votes. It just doesn't work. Fundamentally, because of the civil, the voting rights and things like that. You all of that ties together.
Michael Flynn.
So fast forward to 2020's general election, of course, it starts early with Donald Trump claiming months ahead of the election that it was going to be stolen. If he didn't win, it was because liberal extremists had stolen the election, and that everyone with any brains knows that this is the case.
No brains.
So
You don't know anything, right?
in order for that, each of us to claim to be smart because former President Trump said we're stupid otherwise, we have to actually believe in the big lie. The problem is that some people aren't smart enough to know that they are being hijacked into mass groupthink. They are told they should already believe something that rather than question it, what they hear, they have to accept that it may be true.
But you don't.
Right. So here's the thing. If the idea basically is if I support Donald Trump and he says something that is batshit crazy, I have to support it. Ultimately, that's how most of these Republicans think.
I mean,
Like he's a
you have
genius?
to when you got the fucking sticker on the back of your fucking truck.
Well, a lot of these
If
people.
you didn't have a sticker,
So-
then nobody would know what you're thinking. You know?
No, you were fucking. Those people who have that sticker are singing the song of the fucking South while they're putting it on. Just like,
Many Republicans will tell you that they don't believe everything he says, but that they do support him, regardless of what he says. There's a whole Venn diagram that I've created of two spheres. One is the batshit crazy sphere. One is the I support Donald Trump. And then in the middle is where I support Donald Trump being batshit crazy. That's essentially what.
the fact that his own website from the desk of Donald Trump got shut down. Why did it get shut down? Because no one fucking went and looked at it.
Crazy.
They have to assume people are reading it.
No one read it. And Donald Trump himself was mad because it made him look, quote unquote, short-sighted and stupid.
Well, what was
Wow.
there was a
Shoe pits, huh?
a comparison between his site.
I got your glass slipper over here, motherfucker. Yeah.
Apparently, there were some web pages that got more views than him. That is it's very embarrassing.
8chan. I don't know. They still think your guy's throwing pens down and taking pictures.
The evidence is Republicans that any of the Republicans that have stood up and denounced this right-wing extremist and Trump hijacked or Trump's lackeys, basically, that there was any hijacking of the election. You can see them are these particular individuals that have spoken out against Donald Trump and his crazy. They're being turned on. So these are individuals that they literally voted into office in 2020, and they've already turned on him. Liz Cheney. I mean, ultimately, she had to be elected into that seat, had to be chosen by the Republicans, her peers, and now has no power anymore because she spoke out.
Yeah. I mean, the whole insurrection, they just shut that down going into like a 9/11 style commission.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I said, they shut that shit down.
We don't want to investigate this at the congressional level.
You know, they were here to kill y'all too.
Right. Yeah.
But, yeah, well, let's just, you know.
Their opinion was all of them have to go.
Well, we survived, so
Yeah.
on to the next day.
They didn't poop on my desk.
There's
Rand Paul, like, they pooped on mine.
one claim is that in multiple states there were tens and hundreds of thousands of votes that were added to the count without a proper trail, or that the count on the vote rolls was far less than the number of actual voters that could have voted. Neither is remotely true. All right. Every single vote in this country has a paper trail. That's how all of our voting machines work now. There is not a single instance of any place in the United States where there were more votes cast than there are voters registered. So,
And Sheanah, just so you know, Barrett was the
yeah, I ran a
pollster of
a polling site.
yeah.
Of course.
And I turned, and
Of course.
there were legitimately
You're like, it's right there.
I legitimately turned some individuals away, but I did it in the most friendly way I could possibly do it.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But so the basis of the big lie is basically that there were votes cast that were not registered to individuals, and basically Zach's running out.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, I don't know. You know how he does.
Ultimately, I wanted to open the door to anyone that potentially listens to this podcast
Mm-hmm.
and has the opinion that they have some sort of legitimate evidence to present to us
Mm-hmm.
that shows where there were more votes cast
Mm-hmm.
than there are individuals. I am begging for someone to call our number.
Well, Barrett, you won't get it.
803-672-0533. You can call that number, leave a message, leave your contact information.
We playing that message.
I will get back a hold of you, and I want to have these individuals on the show.
So do you not think it'll be? You still don't believe in phone voting? You still not on board with that?
Phone voting? You mean like electronically?
You think? I'm definitely thinking that's what's about to happen.
I don't have any issue with any sort of voting as long as it's legal.
In the next 4 years, the next presidential race will definitely be
You think so?
voting through the phone.
Honestly, I want everyone to participate. I don't care if somebody has a different opinion than me or that doesn't vote the same way I do. I think the only way that democracy works is when you have everyone participating.
Mm-hmm.
And even in the last election, even though we had 84 million people vote for Biden
Mm-hmm.
and 77, I can't remember how many numbers, but the number of individuals that voted for Trump,
Mm-hmm.
that was still only about 66% of the nation that has the ability to vote.
Which
we
is
still
crazy.
we still had 100 million people basically sit out. Maybe that number's not right. We basically had about 60 million people still sit out of the election. So yeah, I absolutely invite anyone that has a different opinion than us on us. I'm not going to group y'all in there, but
might
anyone
come.
that has a different opinion, absolutely. I implore you, please call the phone number 803-672-0533. Leave your contact information, and I absolutely will get back a hold of you because I need to understand. I still have friends that don't think that the insurrection on the 6th actually happened the way it looked like on television. That
Looked
they
pretty
absolutely
wild. That's pretty undeniable.
they believe that it was special effects, that people were added to the. I know it sounds
Like the moon
crazy.
landing?
I know it sounds crazy, but these people this individual actually believes.
Yeah, there's George Lucas at ILM going like, make it look more real. Come on.
Could you add 30 of the same one? And
Have them
rednecks,
climbing
put
up
a
a
red
fake
hat.
fence.
Make
Put
sure
on-
they
put
go
red
on
hats
live
on all of
on
them.
Facebook.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't-
Like, come on, man.
I can't wrap my
Facebook
head
Live
around
is
it.
fake now.
I forget what the percentage is too. Is like all the people they've arrested. I think it's like 70% actually didn't vote for fucking
Right.
Donald Trump.
Oh my god.
And they're so fucking upset. They're like, you were so angry that you charged the Capitol, but
you didn't vote.
do anything.
Wow.
You
Like the
didn't know.
the only real way of having your voice heard was absolutely to go and vote, and you chose not to do that, but you showed up at the Capitol with pitchforks.
Because it's
that's
white
like-
privilege. They was like, my way was supposed to happen.
You know what,
And it
though?
didn't happen.
But you're exactly right, though.
I'm telling you, that's how they thought.
For the
It was like, yo,
majority,
Donald Trump's
majority
winning
of
no
those
matter
people,
what.
The majority of those people that showed up, white privilege did help them out because a lot of them didn't get arrested.
Fuck
They're
no.
They're really only arresting
The people
ones
that came inside, not the person that set up a fucking hanging shit out.
Right.
Like, what is that?
I'm glad they finally got the guy who's trying to thumb the cop's eyes out.
Oh yeah, yeah, that guy.
Did we ever find whoever
He
put
was-
those pipe bombs there?
No, they
Remember
haven't
the pipe
found that.
bombs?
Yeah,
it
they
was
haven't found-
Antifa apparently though.
So
They-
it's no cameras on the Capitol
They
for them
haven't-
to know where
they got yeah.
Come
dude,
on, man.
They followed that motherfucker
Fuck,
to each
man.
street.
They know who put them fucking bombs there, man.
It was probably Donald Trump. He's like, they'll never catch me. They never thought I'd get out, but I did.
I like that you even do the hand.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Well,
You know what we
Barrett
call
had
that?
touch.
You know what we
Barrett
call
had
that? This is
jerking off to
Donald Trump
midgets.
jerking off midgets.
oh no.
You can't say the M word.
Little people.
Donald Trump.
dwarfs.
We'll beep it out.
Donald Trump is jerking off.
I hope
little
you boys
people.
like your stay at Donald's truck stop. You don't know who you guys are.
I think I think ultimately a lot of the people I see do Trump impressions.
The little
They almost
hands.
all go to.
Yeah.
After the
Well, because his hands were little too, though. Well, are little.
Yeah.
They were little.
What sign is Donald Trump?
Eating a Big
He's
Mac.
a Gemini.
What is Gemini? Which one is
Your
Gemini?
brother.
Your brother.
Oh, crap.
It makes sense now, Barrett, don't it?
Now we know why Donald Trump was super earmuffs cunty.
But you know, they say that they have two personalities, Geminis, because they're twins.
See, and my brother.
What is his other side? That's what I want to know.
I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh.
Does it
could
get
you
worse?
imagine? Oh.
When he
oh,
falls
yeah, that-
asleep watching Shark Week,
See, I
he's
didn't think
like,
of
I
that.
just want potatoes or something.
Were you thinking of your Donald Trump just now or your brother?
No, my Donald Trump. I was,
You was like, whoa.
I was thinking like
My brother is always going like, Barrett, these won't fit in the hallway at the same time.
Don't dry your clothes the same time I dry my clothes.
no, but what if like the reverse Donald Trump is like the good Donald Trump, and we missed
The
out by that?
philosopher.
Yeah,
Man,
exactly.
like a super bipolar episode. He's like, for 4 years, I'm going fucking balls to the wall.
Probably before a camera got in his face was the good Donald Trump.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, he was
Yeah, I think he
evicting
was-
black people
think the-
way before a camera was
Yeah.
in his face. Yeah.
And even his aunt said
But black
he
people
wasn't
always
great
love him.
growing
Yeah,
up,
yeah, yeah.
so
Can we
Yeah.
talk about that? Like
Does
he
it
was
get
in a
worse?
lot.
No, when
A lot of black people have name dropped Donald Trump for a long time.
absolutely.
because of his money making.
yeah.
That's it.
Well, making.
Have you heard of
having.
Candace
Money
Owens?
having.
Thank you.
Money having.
Have you heard of Candace Owens?
Yes.
So she's the most ridiculous person.
Yeah, what do you think of Candace?
Well, no. Okay, so this happened. I think it might even been last week, and we may have touched on it. But this guy retweeted a picture of Lee Harvey Oswald in his
Yes,
Marine
I saw
Corps
that.
uniform, and he sent it to Matt Gaetz, who is a total piece of shit that walks on two legs. And
Keep your daughters away from him.
yeah, in under sex trafficking crimes at the moment, investigating.
Friend of Epstein's.
Probably.
On that,
But
on
not
that flight
cool
list.
enough to get to the island.
Yeah,
definitely on
not
that
flight
flight
list.
On the flight?
Yeah.
Maybe not on the flight list.
Yeah.
then.
Like his parents might have gotten an opportunity. to
They
go.
probably
Okay.
psyched
Yeah.
him out at like the airport, like, you're not coming to the island.
Yeah.
They tweeted a picture to him and like this. He goes, "This is my grandfather."
Literally Lee Harvey Oswald.
It's Lee Harvey Oswald. Pretty unmistakable. I knew it was when I saw it.
I'm almost certain it was actually a photo that was not taken from anywhere other than like the news articles about Lee Harvey Oswald.
The
having
photo was
committed-
supplied by the United States Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
where it came from. But this guy retweeted it, and he had a bunch of he retweeted it and asking other Republican senators and congressmen to please retweet this. This is my grandfather, and they all fucking did. And within minutes, someone's like, "Why'd you just tweet Lee Harvey Oswald?"
Yeah.
And like it was a big deal. Candace Owens goes, "You don't need to Photoshop Lee Harvey Oswald onto a Marine Corps veteran's uniform." We're all going here. Listen here, you dumb shit.
Is this the first time
No, you're
that she's been fucked up? Because usually she has her facts.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
That's pretty deep, though. Like you didn't know who you went.
If
out-
I probably seen the
You don't
picture,
think
I
it's
probably wouldn't
possible
know
that
who
Matt
he
Gaetz was sitting in there and being like, "Holy shit, this guy's grandfather's Lee Harvey Oswald. Hey,
yeah,
this dude killed Kennedy.
that dick. Yeah,
Did you hear he wanted us to be Russians, friends with the Russians? They
says
weren't
the
gonna.
guy who looks like a plastic surgery
Yeah.
gone wrong of a Kennedy.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
was. Man.
He's this close to talking like this.
Yeah. It's not what you can do for your country.
Yeah, it's Matt Gaetz, go to hell. I'm sorry. Can I write that on a card?
No.
No, not to go to hell. though.
Because
Or he's in hell?
is hell a Is hell a destination?
that might where he
No, I
wanna
think
be.
I think it's a state of being.
See?
I think it's
Well,
Exactly.
as they
So maybe he
say
is in
in
hell
Pineapple
already.
Express, I hope you come back as anal beats.
Didn't he get a slushy thrown at him? Was that Gates? Somebody got a slushy thrown at him.
I'm not gonna write that. I can't do
No,
that.
I was just joking. I gave that for.
I need to
future
write something. I
write-downs
need to
for
write
you,
something on
future
this too, man.
write-downs.
Just give it.
All right.
Yeah, that's my old one. You might need another card.
Do we have any more questions that we want to ask Sheanah?
Absolutely, I'm still into this.
All right.
The one episode that I listened to that, Sheanah, I laughed really hard when I heard it.
I didn't even know
she-
you were listening, by
she
the way.
has
So
a-
thank you.
She has a-
Absolutely.
She has a podcast. You can find it on Apple Podcasts at least. It's
And
it's
Spotify and iHeartRadio.
Spotify, iHeartRadio. It is called Who You Callin' Holistic.
Yes, it is. Who you calling?
Who you calling holistic?
Yes.
Sheanah Rivers.
By the way, your production quality is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it's
She
really
said she
good.
does it at home.
It's
I
really
do it
good.
at home. It's all by myself.
You killed it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
Thank
excellent.
you.
No, I was like expecting like Here we are.
Do you know my music
Testing.
that I added recently? I met somebody on. Have you heard of Clubhouse? Okay, Clubhouse is like an audio only app. It's great for networking.
Oh.
And I met somebody on there. He's an artist, and he made the music for my podcast. So
That's
now, like my
awesome.
intro music was made like
What do you-
created
Our
by a
Intro music
musician.
is made by our intro is made by a girl by the name of Bria. That's Neek's cousin.
Yeah.
And the outro is now made by Muff.
Yeah.
Which is
Otherwise, I
another
would have just
producer.
had to be on YouTube, like with a
Oh,
recycled.
yeah.
You kill it. Like
Yeah, it's
I literally
excellent.
listened to it and I was like, fuck. I was like, my
It's
first
really
podcast
good.
sounded nothing.
Thank you. And I didn't even like listen to podcasts before. And then I was
Really?
saying that to a friend, and he was like, well, drug dealers don't necessarily do their drugs. And I was like, that's a good reference.
Yeah.
That's a good
Facts,
reference.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and Zach's right. I listened to his first podcast, and no,
Fuck you.
I mean, mine has for sure gotten better over time. Like that, I've had some struggle, but thank you.
No, you killed it. Like, I think, what do you use to record? If you don't want
GarageBand.
Garage. Oh,
GarageBand. Wow.
there it is. GarageBand
GarageBand.
is amazing.
It is. It is. You can
so-
use it off your phone too.
Oh yeah.
Where it's great off a phone.
I made an intro. Once I got copyright contact, I was using a "Bring Me the Horizon" song.
Yeah.
And my Sean, who was on the podcast a couple times, was like, "Fuck, dude! If you use their song, they're just gonna basically you're giving them money." And I'm like, I don't think that's how it works, but we're gonna.
That's
do it
exactly how it
anyway.
works.
Well, I was like, whatever.
They can take that whole
Yeah,
episode.
I basically got told like you can't do that, and I was like, fuck. So
Well, you picked a song that has like 16 million views. So if you pick a no-name person, you might can.
man, those are the best songs.
I feel you.
True.
The best songs are the ones nobody knows.
I don't think Ben Folds has a whole lot of hits compared
Man,
to.
I should have used "Feeling All Right."
That's what I'm saying, man. You got to dig from your own crate
I
sometimes.
know, right? Anyway,
Oh yeah, answer your question. That's right. You got to ask your question.
So this is gonna get embarrassing. 'Cause
I'll think
I
of
don't
my
think
next
y'all
question.
listen to
for
it.
for
but
who? Us?
Right.
Astral sex.
Yeah. We did talk that you did want to.
That blew my mind because this chick was like, I can't remember her name, and maybe we
Kayla.
Kayla. She was like, but I knew there was a penis in my mouth. I was like, ghost penis. I was like, this is it. What is like? I was like, because that's something that's happened. Like, and you didn't have a ghost penis in your mouth. At least you didn't say so. But something
I did not.
Something happened that, and to me, I found that very interesting because if it did or didn't happen, to her,
She felt it.
It did.
Just like you said, when you dream, you've woken up and you still
Right.
felt the emotions.
Yes.
So she felt a dick in her mouth.
And then but then she would talk about like going into this trance state where she knew other people were there with her.
Just like he was saying, his sister.
Yeah, can go back into her dreams.
Yeah.
That's very Patrick Swayze ghost. Like we're melding the pot here. Like
I think we just, we really don't understand consciousness as much as we would like to believe we do.
no,
And-
like, there's like a radio transmitter stuck in here.
Yeah. And I think we do have the ability to exist in other realities, and we just aren't all the way tapped into it
Yeah.
as much as we could be.
So would you consider that to be like a tantric type thing? Like-
No, because I feel like, well,
I feel like if she went into that state,
she didn't go in it knowing with that intention.
Yeah, she didn't want to be like, yo,
Alright.
put the ghost dick in
no,
my
I'm
mouth.
not like not like she flipped a sign on the door like hose in now, like no. But I'm talking about like it had to be somewhere she was that maybe that was the connection.
Why does he think of those things?
He is weird.
It's appreciated.
I'm being
Man,
real.
you the man. Keep going.
Barrett's dying now, if you can't see. But there had to be something in her that was she needed that.
She needed it.
Not-
I needed some D, but from a ghost. I got you.
See,
I'm there with you.
I can't say it without the jokes coming in because it's such a taboo.
Hey, man,
subject.
look.
No. Okay. So, let me throw in some chakras now. Sacral chakra.
Okay.
That is like creativity and pleasure. If you're having an imbalance in your sacral chakra, that's going to be that desire to have that, right? So perhaps her sacral chakra was imbalanced, and in her dream state, it was fixing it.
Do you think that was somebody else?
Especially after watching Behind Her Eyes, probably.
Could have been.
Like,
But
I gotta
your
watch
eyes,
this. Y'all
You
keep
do.
talking about
You
it.
do.
I can't
Like,
even
if you-
say anymore. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Is it Netflix or what is it on?
It's on.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay, cool.
This
I'll
is
watch
so what she experienced may have been like a dimensional tender. Is that
It's possible.
It's more.
I mean, she didn't even swipe left. The ghost just put it in.
I guess because sometimes when you need sex, it's not just a carnal desire; it's a desire to be wanted or needed at the same time. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it's also it's a binding. It's a coupling of two people. So I think there's so many things you could touch around outside of being like, let's fuck. It's different.
It's that energetic connection.
And that's
It's
what I'm thinking. That maybe it was a pull that somebody in the ether, the waves, was like, I need that too. And they like magnets met, which that makes the most sense to me. And I would,
as wild as it sounds. Either
not
way.
tap into the Bangaverse or anything like that, but like,
The banger verse.
what if there's somebody out there that you just do not know, and you have like a hole in your heart or something that you would like that person could sit there and communicate with you on some wave, whatever it is. And I'm
Like
talking
a
about
soulmate sort of thing.
yeah,
But not
A real live soul.
because they talk about like say you're like you found like this girl's the one for me or this man's the one for me. That's your person. That's your love of your life. But your soulmate can be a completely different person.
Facts.
Okay.
I do. I think you have to travel. You have to travel to find your soulmate.
Yeah, because the world's so big, full of over 7 billion
Yeah.
people. There's somebody who fits you like a glove.
And you just haven't found them.
Right. And that's not to say you dislove the person you're with, the love of your life.
But that's that path that I was talking about earlier. Like
It's
you taking that trip,
Yeah.
you're gonna meet people that you never were gonna meet.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Never gonna meet.
Absolutely. Dude, I met one of my best friends in North Carolina. I have a sense of humor. You guys may not know that.
Really?
Yeah.
Who says that?
I'm gonna call it a sense.
But I remember it was 2007 or 8, and I moved to North Carolina to go to school, and I started working at CarQuest. And they put me and my buddy Kenny, who moved up there with me, he was my roommate to go to school, in the room to watch the training video at this CarQuest warehouse. And the guy, there was only one other dude in there. And the movie starts playing, and I instantly like, we're not watching this. And I was just like mouthing whatever they're saying. I'm like, should I put battery acid on my crotch? Would you guys like to see that? And this guy is laughing his ass off, and he became like not my soulmate, but like a soul
that
that
could be a
you.
soulmate too.
You can call Kenny your soulmate.
No,
could be
not
a
Kenny.
Oh.
No, it was the guy across the table.
Kenny.
It instantly clicked. Like,
That Kenny is nobody's soulmate.
how many times have y'all met somebody that like within 10 seconds of meeting,
yeah.
you're like, are we best friends now? Fucking
Yes.
yep. Do you want to do karate in the garage? Yeah, let's go. Like
bro.
it was. I've only had that one time in my life, and that was with like, dude was like that dude got me. Like it was that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Meeting Gabrielle was one of those kinds of things. It was slow at first, but once we touched, it was like fireworks. It was just like, oh God, I love her.
Yeah.
You were friends first?
No, we were lovers
Lovers.
after midnight.
How did y'all meet?
New Year's Eve. It was New Year's Eve from 15 to 16, so it was New Year's Eve 2015. My brother-in-law proposed to my sister, and I didn't kiss her at midnight, and I felt like a dick. But I'm also that kind of guy, like, oh no, should I kiss her? So it was that kind of thing.
Who are you
But-
asking?
No,
He asked himself.
no,
That
no.
was just you asking yourself.
Yeah, I felt like, dude, I don't know. Maybe I'm too PC when it comes to public, but like the ball dropped and I was like, haha, hugs. Like to me, I wasn't an extrovert enough to be like
Strangers kiss.
You wasn't
midnight.
Casanova back then? Come
Nah,
on, man.
bro,
He's
but-
like, nah, man.
I remember it was. I had to work at 8 a.m. We didn't leave till 4 a.m.
Okay.
from my sister's house, and she was like, "You have to work at 8," and I was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "I'm sorry," and she did kiss me, and then she walked away, and I was like, "I don't have your fucking phone number. Like, I need that." And I wasn't tired when I woke up. I was like, "Nah."
Of course, because you're in.
And the right
Yeah.
people, like, I feel like they charge you up.
Yeah, oh,
Just
I'm-
like, you go to work and you're like, oh my God, like, I'm so drained.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But the right people charge you up.
And luckily
Yeah.
at the time I was living with a Vietnam vet out in Timberlake, and I didn't have to shake him
In
awake.
Timberlake?
That was a flex. That was a flex.
Damn.
Did he have a boat?
Timberlake?
Did he have a boat?
He did until he realized he was too. He was too old to like drive on the water.
Fuck,
He
Zach.
didn't golf either.
This is rich.
Somebody's rich.
Basically, dude, it was living in a neighborhood.
I understand.
That's not a neighbor.
I didn't go golfing or go to the fucking lake.
But
I
it was
never-
behind. It was in your back fucking yard.
You had access. It was an option.
I walked up like
Now he's trying to downplay living in Timberlake.
Look at that privilege.
Anybody from
Your
Chapin
privilege
will
is
know.
showing.
It'll go high. Would you like us to get that for you, sir?
Facts.
No, if I would walk up like in something like this, and they'd be like, "The boat motor is making a knock. Get your ass back there and figure it out." I'm like, "Yes, sir. We going out? If you fix it," I'm like, "All right." Well,
No, that's great.
I got a bottle of Seafoam. Like, maybe that'll help.
So what do you think that little voice in your head is
Ooh,
that you can only hear?
no. Here's the thing. Let me say this real quick before she answers that.
I need
There's
to answer.
people that.
Wait.
No, there are people
I'm
that
ready.
there have people who have that narration voice in their head, like you
Sure.
you hear yourself say what you're saying before you say it.
Oh yeah.
And there's people who don't. Did y'all know that?
No.
There's people who do not.
What if they just ignore it?
No, apparently it's like I don't know how the fuck you live as a person without it. Like because like even now,
Yeah, you can do it as you're talking.
Right.
Me too. I'm over here talking.
There's
to
Yourself?
Yeah.
there's people who I watched the whole thing about it. They did a study about it and they had a video and there's people, a large amount of people who do not have that.
Like
That's
whenever you're
unfortunate.
talking during the podcast, I'd be like telling myself, Trent, he's not done talking. Don't say nothing yet.
Yeah, or if I was gonna say something, this is what I was gonna say. Yeah, no,
Yep.
no.
That's wild.
Did you know that there are also people that cannot picture anything in their mind?
Really?
If you tell them to think of an image of a horse,
Yeah.
they can't do it. And she knows who I'm talking about.
There's
Damn,
people
she
that,
was just like, fuck you, Barrett.
you know those
Probably.
you know those puzzle like pictures that you see where you have to really like focus your eyes and there's a sailboat. There's some people who can't see the sailboat.
Well,
So listen, a lot of times those little trick pictures, I can never see whatever they said was
Really?
hidden in them. Yeah. But
Yeah.
in saying that, I can see
Oh, the little
things
ink
now.
pictures?
Not the ink
it's
pictures.
they're like just fuzzy looking until your eyes relax enough or focus to a certain degree that you see the boat pop out from the mess.
not only can I see what you're saying, but I can
Clerks.
also actually see the image becoming clearer and like in my mind's eye. I can. But
Someone
there-
says
Superpower.
the Titanic. I see the Titanic.
That's
right
it.
now. I got
That's
it.
it. Everything's a superpower, man.
Is it a superpower?
We're fucking
Seeing?
superheroes,
Yeah.
man.
I think people who can do like the 4-leaf clover with their tongue. Now that's a fucking superpower.
That's a
You talking about
talent.
the little thing? Yeah,
see,
that's
I think Dexter
a
was
TikTok
a superhero.
thing, man. Get off of TikTok.
That's not TikTok. What the fuck are you talking about?
But now,
TikTok.
If you're
now
out
you
here
said
setting
it,
TikTok trends, Trent, we need to be better friends because you should be like, Zach, start a TikTok with people who can make 4-leaf clover tongue. And I'll be like, all right, I can't do it. Can you start it? And be like, I can't do it. And then be like, well, let's find a fucking weirdo who can do it. Barrett's over there like, I can do it.
no, I'm trying. I haven't
Can
seen
you?
it.
No, I'm not even trying to. I already know I can't. No.
That's like people who can do calligraphy. Satanists, get out of here.
You draw pictures of Batman
Yeah,
that
I do.
You are Satan.
rival comics, like the quality of what he draws.
I do.
Like I could, he's
a lot of
blushing.
blood.
Do you
Humble
see-
brag, but yeah,
do you see him
it's-
blushing?
He's like, yeah, I do good. I do good work.
Yeah,
But-
Keith came in here talking about drawing. He's like, I draw and I'm drawing. I'm like,
Let her
Keith, have it.
answer
I'm like,
my
Yeah,
question.
I'm
What
sorry.
does she
That's
think
okay. That's all right.
the little voice in the head is?
It's you.
Okay.
I,
Is it little me?
no, it's higher you sometimes. If there can be a higher you. It's like your inner
I caught that.
Thank you.
I caught
There
that.
can be a higher me.
it's like your inner being. And I've told Zach this before. You probably don't remember, or maybe you do remember this. I talk about muscle testing. Have you
Yes.
heard of muscle testing?
No.
Okay. So you could even stand up and try muscle testing right now.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and stand up.
Pull your pants down.
Oh,
And
please.
put your feet together.
Oh, sorry.
Now touch your toes.
No, just put your feet together and then say, show me yes.
Say it.
Just say it.
Show me yes.
Do you feel your body leaning? Say it again. And then,
I was going to the right.
okay, now say, show me no.
Show me no. It went to the right again too.
Well, so you need to try again.
Oh, sorry.
Say, show me yes. Put the feet all the way
All the
together.
Okay.
Now,
Show me
Toes
yes.
too, man.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Show me yes.
There you go. Now you
Okay.
lean to the
Yeah,
left.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Now show me no.
Show me no. Man, that's crazy. What is this?
It's you, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
It's you. It's your
Shiana's
inner
full
being.
of those, by the way.
I'm full of these. Like, what the fuck?
Is this what they teach you
Yeah.
in school? Like-
No, obviously not.
Okay. So this is
Mysticism
what
school,
This
maybe.
is what Left Eye went to go learn whenever she went over there to
Probably.
to the rainforest.
Probably.
Okay.
You can learn a lot from nature.
Who's Left Eye?
From
Oh,
TLC.
She got real spiritual.
Did she?
She was with Dr. Umar.
Dr. CB.
CB, excuse me.
I was more
I mean,
salt and pepper than TLC, so I'm sorry I didn't know what Left Eye was.
More of a Dixie chick, sorry. You
If I had to hear that fucking waterfall song one more time, I was about
don't
to
like
goddamn-
waterfall?
Who doesn't like waterfalls?
You are a devil.
I'm sorry, I grew up in the 90s. It was on the radio all the
I
time.
mean, I guess. Okay, I can see that.
How
Yeah.
old? Hold on. How old were you in the 90s? Before we say we grew up in the.
Don't say Barrett's like. Don't say we. I was in the night.
I was
Then
6
could
years
claim
old in
I grew up in the
1994.
70s, which was not.
No,
I
that'd
had
be like
8
me
months.
saying I grew up in the 80s, and I did not.
Okay, fair enough.
No, I was in 94, I was 6.
But I remember.
Not me.
No, you were
Waterfall.
graduating high school a couple years later. You old fuck.
In '91, I was. That's when I came on in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah, born in the 90s. Did not.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
a
right
different
there.
one over there.
Oh yeah, I'm right there.
It's a different one. Those
So,
90s.
Shauna,
babies.
we had to ask.
Oh yeah, decades. Does that matter?
Or are you a 90s kid? You grew up in the 90s?
No,
You can't
I
ask
grew
a
up,
lady her
You
age,
can,
man.
because I don't look my age, because probably Reiki. I was born in the 80s.
Okay.
I was 88.
I was 85.
Okay.
So
No. Shauna's over here looking younger
No,
than I
you
am.
did.
Yeah, you fucked me
Thank
up. I
you.
thought you was gonna be like, yo, I'm 28.
thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
goddamn.
I think Reiki's
look
like an
old.
anti-ager.
Now,
so
this
it's
is
fine.
something that I do think is unique, and I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. Your mother is from England.
She is. She is, in fact, yes.
Is
Where-
that where you grew up from? At all?
I was born there,
You were born there.
but then we moved to the States.
Okay.
Where in England?
Army baby.
Well, Air Force,
Okay.
military brat.
So South England?
I was born in Peterborough, so like the Midlands.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't come from South London where they had that. I think you need
Cockney, Cockney accent.
I think you got a problem with me then.
You all right with me?
Yeah. No T's, just F's.
Yep, F's all the way. Thanks.
That's
Thanks.
pretty funny.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna use her
I
for
feel
some
that.
skits.
I'm telling you, man.
got skits
it's
coming.
there.
Yeah, we
I,
got
I
it.
can do quite a posh accent, actually. So
Quite posh.
quite
Damn.
posh.
I
I
don't
sound
really
like
wanna
I've
say
got
it
money.
live.
Well, how old were you when you left England?
9 months.
9 months.
Yeah,
So,
but I listen to my mom talk all the time, and I'm
Yeah,
like, everybody can talk like their mom.
I've met your mother. She definitely still has it.
Definitely
Does
still
she?
has her accent.
See, I had a baseball coach who was had a British accent from time to time, but he was American. No, it was.
He's
it
like,
was
we're playing fucking baseball here.
It was he was in the Air Force, and when he came back, but he was in the Air Force in the UK. And
Did he
when
say it
came
was
back,
third base?
I don't.
First, second, and third.
No, it was usually just obscenities.
Piss off.
Wanker.
But just like you said her mother
For
still
fuck's
has
sake.
it.
Yeah.
That's
But
my mom's
you know what they
favorite.
say? If you want to see what a girl's gonna look like, look at her mom.
Well,
That's how it goes.
I could see your mom there a little.
I think I'm a good
I'm
blend.
talking
of
about
my
like
mom and
age
dad.
wise, like like some people age
Well,
like
but
milk.
okay,
You know what
so
I mean?
my mom is white, and black don't crack, so that we
Yeah,
could, it could go
you'd
either way
even
there.
mix.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Well, when you were a kid, and I mean, this is a time to go past, but trying to remember. But did you ever go to school and say shit that your mom said, and kids would look at you and be like, "What?" Because my mom was from Michigan, and I would say "pop," and then once the kids were like, "What the fuck is pop?" I would be like, "I'm not saying pop anymore."
And apparently, my brother, he still had an accent when we first moved here, and he apparently kept saying "brar,"
Oh, really?
like a bra. But if you hear it in a British accent, it's bra.
Yeah.
And if you're saying it later, I guess it sounds like brar. So apparently my sister-in-law corrected him on that, like as an adult. Because
Really?
he was saying brar until he was like in his 30s.
Gotcha.
So
She
I'd
got
be like,
pissed off.
"Fuck
She
you,
like,
go
stop
put on-"
saying take off my bra.
brar.
And now
Say
I'm
it
slipping
correctly.
off your bra.
She's like, I can't stand you saying that.
Brar.
Change it up.
I think, and I guess English people probably think it's rad to have an American accent when you go over
Oh,
there.
yeah, definitely.
But you hear an English accent over here, you're like, you're interesting. Like, I want to know now.
Holy cow, your IQ's gone up 30 points.
And you probably have money.
Because you're posh.
Right.
Facts.
That's the only reason I watch Doctor Who. I'm like, look at these fancy people and their science.
And my mom would, like, she definitely has an accent, but I know we would be in the store sometimes, and I was like, Mom, you need to say excuse me. Like, when you brush by people, like, that's definitely a British thing. And she was like, I didn't even realize I was doing it. I was like, say excuse me.
Yeah,
Like,
your mama be...
yeah, just like,
maybe
knocking
that
people
wanker,
over.
that Tulsa could get over and find his own
I'll
line.
shank her.
Yeah.
I will shank her.
I'll teach that bloody tart to come in this line again.
Again? That's a little Australian. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's
I
cool.
want to.
He goes,
Little
like,
Aussie.
One more time. Yeah.
Before we throw a shrimp on the barbie, eh?
Yeah, I drive a Subaru Forester. It's not Australian, but they made us think that.
There's actually a meme being passed around right now that's like, fuck sex. Can I do my British accent around you? Is that all right with you?
I do that all the time to go. I do my Scottish one. And it kills Barrett because, not to tote my own boat, but it sounds good.
No, you hear how he said not to toot my own boat?
I can.
It's a ship, sir. It's a ship.
I can sing with a Scottish accent.
Yeah.
And I can do it well.
But you notice that people with like British accents don't have an accent when they sing?
Yeah.
Most don't. But
The Scots, they have a... It's thick
different.
enough.
that's fucking dirty. They're like, it's in green. I can still...
And actually people from Yorkshire sound
Yeah.
very Scottish too.
Newcastle, too.
And then the Welsh just have their own language, so you don't understand them anyway.
Yeah. And people from Maryland, Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
They're different too.
Definitely. Definitely.
That's what I think is funny. When you go to the UK, Scotland is the South as the South is the South.
Yeah.
And you cross that line, you go to Scotland, like, we're frying it up. you go
Everything goes in the fryer.
Yeah. We put the meat in the sheep's stomach. You want some? Yeah, like
We're
that.
going to boil it.
It's gonna be good. It's called haggis. Doesn't even sound good. Like
It is good.
No, it's not.
It is good.
Pass.
No, it
Was anybody...
legitimately
Did
is
you
good.
like the food over there? Do you remember the food?
So I actually even studied abroad.
Oh, so you went back.
I did go back.
Damn,
And
that's
it took a
dope.
minute. Some of the food wasn't my mom was very meat and potatoes. And I'm not very meat and potatoes. Like I like other things too.
So your mom's not like about cooking fish and chips and
No.
Oh, my God. See, that sounds so good.
But she'll go to the pub to have it.
Okay.
Yeah, all the time.
Does your mom go to like the British Bulldog? And
Yes,
she's
absolutely.
Like home?
Thursday night, we'll be there.
Oh, yes. I'm a
really?
fan. I'm a fan. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, I'll be in
Oh,
LA.
I'm not invited. Sorry,
I'll be in
guys.
LA.
Oh, yeah, she's flexing.
In LA.
Flexing hard. You
feel
always.
like
go
I mean,
to
it's
LA.
summertime,
I wish
though.
I always went to LA.
Summertime.
She's gone to LA more times than I've thought about going.
Okay,
And
well,
I've been
think
once.
about
Whose fault
going
is that?
No,
more.
twice. I've been twice.
Whose fault is that?
You just got to bring me along one time.
Well, I'm going wedding dress shopping with my best friend this weekend, so
I'll
you
do
probably
that
don't want to
too.
go to that one.
I'll go to the wedding.
It's in
fine.
Mexico.
Where in Mexico?
22222
Damn.
Playa del Carmen.
Oh fuck! Are you flying to LA and driving?
No.
No,
wedding
the
dress.
wedding
Wedding's in
is in
February.
Mexico.
Oh, I thought you were talking about I'm going to LA and like then we're hitting Teal.
No. Sounds like a wild time though.
Yeah, that's like what is
Some hangover shit.
it? Yeah, Hangover 5 gotta be.
There's the movie called whatever. It's on Netflix. I'll tell you later.
I got you.
So, and the only question I have to ask about the wedding is this a destination wedding or is she from Mexico?
No, it's a destination wedding. She's
Okay.
from here.
See, because I have found out that you can ask these questions now because apparently not every wedding is a destination wedding just because it's somewhere else. It could just be that that's where their family's from, or that's
Or
where
that's where they want the less amount of people to come. That's smarter.
You can
Not everybody's
always-
gonna come
Not
to Mexico.
everybody's
I
gonna
don't know.
make it to
Trent was
Mexico.
going to charge me $4,000
That's
for
true.
my wedding. So
yeah.
Right there, you
I
see
could have
it?
been like, we're going
Well,
to the fucking moon. Trent.
If you
I'd
played
be
more
under
than
you.
80s music, then you could have.
It
gone.
was.
Yeah.
It would have been cheaper.
He
didn't
had
live
an
in the
80s music.
It's right there,
still.
He had an 80s music. By my name, me and Gabrielle's name, he wrote 4,000 because he's a dick. and there was an class reunion from the 80s, and he wrote 80s. And that's when Priya's like, fuck, you just put Pandora on for that shit, right? I was like, shit, Steve FM if it's here.
Yeah, I was
But
saying,
okay, if I'm being real, usually the husband doesn't pay for the music, correct?
No, but this husband was paying for the music.
Well, sir, you got to put that in the fine print.
Actually, my mom was paying for it. So.
Sorry, Miss King, 4,000. Just write me off on your taxes.
You already know you had to have Cupid Shuffle in that shit.
I got it. And then shake that ass. Watch yourself.
No, because I'm gonna be the only groom going. Gabrielle's gonna be like, "Come on," I'll be like,
Nope.
And then Wobble's gonna come on. You be like, well, I guess.
Or you can play Electric Slide about.
Can you play Skin
vibrators?
Ticket by Slipknot?
See,
Every other song, I think.
I don't have that in my Serato.
I'd be
Skin
out there
Ticket.
slam dancing.
You hear what he just said? You know that song?
I didn't hear what he said.
Oh, Skin Ticket by Slipknot.
No, I don't know.
See why I was charging them $4,000? Because this is the shit I got to deal with. Zach's gonna come to me and ask me a song I've never heard before.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I feel okay about it now.
After getting married, I'd be drunk and I'd be like, hook up to my Wi-Fi. My hotspot.
I'm gonna tell him. I'm like, yo, man, I'm gonna put the Bluetooth on for you, man. You can have this whole wedding yourself.
That's hilarious.
If I had my way, it would be like that.
That's
too.
pretty cool. I would rather somebody do that. Like hook up to. I'm bringing speakers. You put it in your phone and just be like, yo, we're listening to this next. Or make the playlist.
There's me in the corner of the dance floor, one eye in my phone, going like, they're gonna love Dire Straits.
And then you,
This is the greatest time to play Dire Straits.
Why is I want my MTV so quiet? And you're just like, shut the fuck up. It'll be on when it's on.
so I hear you going wedding dress shopping.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think of getting married? What is your outlook on getting married? Because I know
yeah,
that's gotta
Sheanah, you got a bow.
I don't. No. But no, I think they're okay. I have friends that are in really good marriages, and then I've seen not so great marriages, but I do believe they are possible.
Yeah, I think marriage extends outside of whatever government says.
Yes, it has to.
Gabrielle,
Yeah, I was about to say that
Gabrielle
because
is my
now
wife.
you're like-
I have a ring. She has her ring. We have a baby, which I think is more sacrimonious than anything. You want to talk about something? My daughter was made out of love more than anything I've done in my life.
Don't talk about your love making on this show like that, sir.
No, I'm talking about like that's the ultimate.
It's a creation.
It's the
It is a
precipice.
creation.
It's a creation.
Yeah, that of love.
Yeah.
And
that's what we want in our lives.
there's
Creations
people
of
out
love.
there right now that and for a while I was one of them. But you want to know that when you were made,
What was it about?
Was it because you loved each other? No one wants to be like, was I like a?
But would you
baby.
want to know that you was a one night stand? Would you really want to know that?
It
I
might
don't think
make some
nobody
sense
wanna
for
know
things
that.
in your
Purely
life.
for the comic routine. Yeah. I
Like
mean,
he's got to be
that would
18 when you tell him. Like let him grow
Ultimately,
up.
in my head, my mother's gonna hate me, but I'm coming up with a stand-up routine for this. Just so you know, Mom, I'm sorry.
That was always a thing for me. I remember asking both.
His
my
name was
parents, I
Felipe.
like,
Because you're the first, right?
yeah.
So I know the first is probably usually okay. Sometimes it's planned, but usually never planned. The first one.
No, we completely planned on when it's one of those things like you want it to happen, and then when it happens, you're going like, fuck, like it just happened. But she's the best thing to happen out of me, and the thing right behind her is her mother, which made it happen. And
Yeah, Gabs is a great girl.
oh, she's God. Can we devote the rest of this to talking about how great she is? But
Why?
Gabrielle's gonna love this part.
What are you trying to earn?
Yep.
no, nothing, man.
Trying to get some brownie
He's always
points tonight.
spoken highly of her, though.
I know,
Always.
he has.
Well,
yeah.
He has. And even behind his back, I have spoken highly
See?
of her.
Facts.
See?
I mean, look at me. She loves this.
You know what? On that note, that's where we're going to end the show today.
Facts.
I really appreciate
Do
you
you have
being
any
on
questions for us though?
I don't. I just thank you for having me.
No,
This
we
is
gotta
fun.
have you back.
The show. Oh,
Yeah,
anytime.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
You're coming back.
You got to.
What are you doing next Sunday?
Yeah, just to go over it again. Licensed massage therapist, Reiki master, teacher, energy healer, intuitive coach, and also the host of the podcast. You got to say it
Who you calling holistic?
because I don't think I can pull that off. Who you calling kind of holistic?
Who you calling holistic?
Yeah.
Who are you calling Catholic?
You can also find details for Sheanah at her website, Sheanah.com. You can contact her at gotoheal@Sheanah.com, and you can read up on her blog. Again, services, you can make appointments, all of that. Thank you very much for being
I
with
do
us.
want to put this in. You were the first one who did the suction cups on my back.
Cupping therapy. I'm not massaging anymore.
Not massaging.
But yeah,
Okay.
but I'm
Damn.
doing but I'm doing all the energy
Y'all
healing.
missed out.
Yeah, I'm doing all the energy healing, which I can do from my place, and you can live anywhere and receive energy healing.
Okay.
And dude, the cupping was the most amazing thing because you remember I came in, I was like, I don't say about this bullshit.
That's usually how people would come to me, though, no matter what.
It looks like a giant squid from 20,000 Leagues.
So what's the stuff that comes out your back?
Doesn't come out.
Toxins.
Toxins come out, but it pulls all the vessels to the top, right?
It pulls up stagnated blood.
Yeah. And you're left looking like an octopus got you, but you leave feeling like I got away.
Okay, so the stagnant blood will just eventually just go back to
It's
like what is
It'll
it?
be mixed in with the good
Dissolves.
stuff.
Yeah. It's like a scab.
okay.
Almost.
yeah, you would see it as bruising.
Yeah.
But it's just blood. It's stagnant blood being pulled to the surface to make room for fresh blood to come through.
No, you know who just did it to Gabrielle, and I was like, who did this to you? I was like, Sheanah's not there. Who did this?
Yep.
Okay.
Cheater.
Thank you.
That's like whenever you go to
All
that
those
barber.
nice things that were just said.
Like,
All
who
facts.
just did this
All
shit?
Yeah.
Sheanah.com. That's
you.
SHEANAH.com.
Great conversation.
Thank you very much for being on the show with us today. Also, we have to thank Neek for being our producer, and
And showing up on time today.
I'm
Thank you,
ultimately
Neat.
trying to get to the right
On
page.
time.
I'm gonna. Yeah,
That Reiki. It was that
Everybody
Reiki.
but Neat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Nick wasn't here
Reiki?
for that. He was like, Zaxby's line's long, but I'm staying here.
He is the owner and operator of the G.O.T. Sound Studio here in Columbia, South Carolina. If you want to book any time, please call 803-243-2302, or you can email gotsounds@theallaboutnothing.com. Of course, 2-hour minimum on booking. And you can find details on Facebook, or his website is gotsounds.com. So you can check that out. Great conversation. Appreciate you being here today, Sheanah. Zach King, Trent Clark.
And
always.
check out Nick's album on iTunes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's available.
Him
on
and
iTunes.
Muff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Oh my
him and
God.
Muff. That shit hits.
Yeah.
And one of the guys that follows us, Jefferson Cash,
Yeah.
Yes.
I have been listening to his albums. He's terrific,
He
too.
got some
Yeah.
stuff, right?
He's on that album with Nick.
Yeah.
You know,
Nick's on his.
before he got famous, like, well, not famous, but he's coming up there. Like, I
Oh.
was on the song before Neat was on the song.
Okay. Well, that's.
That was crazy, right?
I mean, I didn't hear that song. I
I
definitely
know.
heard the
You're
last
not gonna
one.
hear that one. You ain't gonna hear that. It's on SoundCloud somewhere hiding.
Don't worry, Trent.
You'll never hear that.
I'll play Feeling All Right. We're on that. Nick will come over here and slap it out. If I played it on the radio, he'd be driving to the fucking DJ's house, like knocking on the door, like,
Don't
"You
play
can't
it. Don't
that.
play that.
Don't play it.
Stop it. Don't do it.
All right. Thanks, guys. Zach King, Trent Clark. I'm Barrett Gruber for the All About Nothing podcast. Y'all have a great
Sheanah.
one. Yes. Thank you.
Have a week.
This, the All About Nothing podcast, is recorded live in studio at the G.O.T. Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina. The All About Nothing podcast is produced and engineered by Neek the Geek, owner and operator of G.O.T. Sound Studio. To support the show, please visit theallaboutnothing.com for links to social media, merchandise, and more. Become a patron of the show by following the Patreon link at the top of our page. The All About Nothing podcast is an entertainment product of Barrett Gruber. Special thanks to Zach King, Trent Clark, Dominique Stewart, and you, our listeners. Please subscribe, rate, review, and share. If you're on YouTube, please hit the like button and the notification bell. Thank you for listening.